people listening. We just don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Agitator, the only sports podcast taking place inside a video game or something.
Mhm.
What's our catchphrase?
I can't remember.
That
It's a
Real
it's
kick
real
in the
quick, guys.
mouth. You
Real
remember that?
quick. We got
Spree!
we
the
got
three
Mike
happiest
quick Mike
smiles.
updates. Quick Mike updates.
Oh,
So he finished shooting his Bad Lieutenant movie. He's currently shooting his Charlie
dope.
XCX movie.
With
Adam
Simon
Freeland,
Rex.
Adam Freeland from Cumtown is in it, of all
Really?
people. Yeah.
Like the
In,
Uh
in the Simon Rex movie or in the other one?
Simon Rex is in, yeah, he's in the Charlie XCX one, I think, the
I'm
the
more
new horror
excited for
movie.
the Bad Lieutenant one. Which one you? I mean, both seem awesome,
I'm
but
more excited for the Bad Lieutenant one too.
yeah.
But also Blazing Fists, his MMA movie just dropped like 3 days ago.
Did you
So
watch it?
no, not yet, but I'll probably watch it this weekend.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Gwen,
Mike news over.
what are your what are your Mike opinions? Favorites or this or absolute worst favorite? You know.
So I like Visitor Q as Mike, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Hmm.
recently picked up a copy of that on DVD. I love that. Very funny, very nasty. I still get that like sick body feel when I think about it. Love Gozu, love Audition, of course the big ones. I mean, I've seen Ichi the Killer more times than I can count, and I know that
Mm.
people that you call it middling, but I love it every
Oh
time.
no. It's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
it's
What
great.
what do you think would be? I'm not saying you called it that, but I'm interested. Like, what is middling about it? I feel like it's like that. Does that mean boring?
I not necessarily. Well, some people say that there's like the Mike problem, whereas movies are 2.5 hour films are 2.5 hours long, and there's a 40-minute lull in each of them. But I
Huh.
think those like quiet scenes in the apartment with the woman and all those shots of green and the like wooden everything in Ichi, that's just wonderful before that horrific, explosive rooftop finish. I think people are embarrassed to say they love Yichi because it's like it's what a lot of people see first. But he's got his ticks. Like Visitor Q and Gozu have that like crazy breast milk shit. There's always sexual violence shit. I
Yeah.
like 13 Assassins. I really liked First Love. I
I
mean,
did too. I really like that one as well. I feel like that one's underrated.
Wasn't that like a net that came out on Netflix or something, and it was more recent? Or am I
I
thinking of a
think
different
you're
one?
no, I think you're right. It did go to streaming.
It was like
But
2019.
That
Yeah, I
sounds
think
right.
I'm really glad that you mentioned Gozu because nobody mentions Gozu, and it's
I
probably my
watched
favorite.
I watched it for the first time a few months ago and was like, damn, this if I would have watched this first, I would have watched everything like immediately. You know what I mean? I would have been like
I think
hooked.
about it all the time because talking to customers, small talk is all weather talk, at least here. So people will be like, "Well, it was cold yesterday,"
Did you see
and
that
you'll be like,
tornado 30
"You see
seconds
that
ago?
tornado?" And I always think back to the scene in the diner from Gozu where it's two men sitting in a booth, and one of them goes, "It was really hot yesterday," and the other guy goes, "No, it was really cold yesterday," and they just keep like
That's all.
going
Yeah.
on for an uncomfortably long time. Meanwhile, the guy is masturbating into people's soup. But
Oof.
yeah, no, I feel like goes. I like the movies that are my favorite of Miike's are the ones that other people would consider a little bit boring. But I feel like the boringness is part of the tonal whiplash that gives
Mhm.
you the full picture. So Ezo is a really good example of this, right? Ezo has some very repetitive. That's like the retelling of the underworld retelling of Christ's crucifixion that he
oh,
did, where like it starts off with a Japanese guy on a crucifix, getting speared and dying, and then he goes to the underworld and has to fight like Japanese salarymen and all different types of demons. And when that
Has
came
to
out, it was
fight
panned.
what's the black boxer who went to Japan?
I can't remember his
Uh
name.
but yeah, you'd recognize him if you saw him. He was
Yeah.
this, you know, big black dude with giant ass Buddha beads and
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
yeah, he has to cut him in half and
But that movie came out in 2004 in the US, and I remember being on, I think it was Ain't It Cool News or some shit like that. and they were like, "This is bloated. It's 2.5 hours. It's boring." So I avoided it for a long time. And when I finally watched it, I was like, "Wow, wrong. This movie rules." Because the boredom, when you think of Mika, you think of, wild explosions of color and sexual violence and good old-fashioned regular violence. But an important part of that are these agonizingly slow meditative parts that
Dude, I
that
did not
communicate
like
emotion.
Audition the first time I watched it because I thought it was
Really?
like way too slow. Yeah, I did not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it at all.
It
But
is a
then
slow, it's a slow movie for sure.
yeah, which just wasn't it just wasn't what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. But then I read the book and watched it again after that, and I liked it a lot more.
I
But
love the book.
the book's really good. That's
The
our
book is
goat.
better
He's
than the
I
movie.
love
Yeah.
Gwen. Have you read Coin Locker Babies?
I was just gonna say, don't you all love Coin Locker babies?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
Like
do.
we
Yeah.
yes.
got a
Yeah.
That
file. I've read In the Miso Soup twice now because that was
That's a good one.
it's
I
really
Dude,
good.
when he puts the severed ear in that dead chick's pussy, that shit
So
was
crazy.
crazy. Yeah, that was wild. And it's not like the
I think
goriest
I
thing you're
have
ever gonna
it.
read, but it's so frank and matter of fact. And
oh yeah.
you've been going with this tone for the whole book. And so he kills the escort and then like saws her ear off, and then you're like, okay, that's pretty bad. And then he like pulls her panties off and like puts the ear in the, and it's like, golly, I don't know how, but Murakami is good at that. Coin Locker Babies is full of shit like that too.
Yeah,
It opens with a baby getting sucked off.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
the first line
It's
of Coin Locker Babies is the mother put the baby's penis into her mouth, and she's basically like sucking the baby's penis to see if it's alive before she puts it in the coin locker. Um, it caused quite a stir when it came out, but it was also a different time because I don't think that that book would come out now.
no,
I think
At all.
no.
I don't think so. Maybe on an indie press for sure,
Okay,
but
yeah, yeah.
Trad Pub, I don't
An
think.
indie press not afraid to like get thrown into all the discourse. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I might reread Coin Locker Babies. I love that fucking book. It's
It
so
might
good.
come out on Apocalypse Confidential
Right. Yeah. They would put that shit out
or
for sure.
Expat.
Yeah, fucking yeah, Apocalypse Party or something like that.
dude,
Um,
it's an
Ladies and
amazing book.
gentlemen, if you don't recognize, we're here talk eventually going to be talking about Deadly Premonition with expat author, AppCon editor,
Yeah,
what
fiction editor. One of them.
Gwen Hilton. What's
Woo.
going on?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to so when did should we pivot to the game or
let's do it. Let's get right into the game.
when did you all first play it?
Oh
Well,
man. Well, I'm
when
old.
you I bought it on your recommendation, Gwen, because a few weeks, like a month or two ago, after we did our Anna Life episode, because the co-writer is the co-writer of Deadly Premonition is the director of Life, and I was like, wow, I was blown away. That's like my one of my new favorite movies now, and I was like, I need more, of any. And my perception of Deadly Premonition was like a really cheap, crappy Twin Peaks knockoff, which it is, but it's also
Hmm.
a lot more than that. And I haven't finished it yet, which is fine. I don't care. We can spoil whatever. But I'm a slow gamer.
Hmm.
But it's been really fun playing it. Like it's not what I expected, but it's like almost relaxing. And
Yeah.
it's a great it's anyway, that's my experience with the game. I got to today, I just got to the I don't know how early, this is probably really early when he has to go to the town council meeting and you meet all of the kind of like crazy side characters and
That's
it's amazing.
that's pretty. Have you been doing side quests before you got there?
Yeah,
Okay, so
a little bit.
that's pretty good in there. I think that's like episode, is
I
that
think it's
2 or 3?
four,
Okay.
maybe it's three.
I thought it was like
But
Yeah.
6 or 7.
is it
Yeah.
six?
I
You're
thought you had to do a lot 6, 7. I thought you
I
had to do
actually no,
a
that's a lie.
lot.
I haven't done a lot of side quests yet.
okay, so yeah, if you're at the part where he meets everybody, that's right when shit, like right after that is when shit starts to go pretty crazy. And it
Cool.
actually loses that Twin Peaks. One thing I love about the game, and I'll get back to, the first play, but one thing as a writer that I've taken away from this, I'm big on copying. Like, I think copying is great. I think that you should take things that you love and copy them. In fact, I saw this great Substack that I might remember to send a link to Kelby to put in the show notes. Like Hunter Thompson, like rewrote The Great Gatsby,
Mm.
right? He just typed the whole thing
Yeah, that's
and
it. That's an
and
underrated way to learn is to literally
just
type.
type the whole thing.
When
And
when I was
so,
first starting, that's
go ahead.
exactly what I did. Short stories, not a whole novel, but a short story, like a lot of Steinbeck. I
Yeah.
just typed like word for word just to get
Yeah.
Penthouse
it. You know what I
Forum.
mean?
It sounds too simple to be effective, but it's
Yeah.
super effective. And so I think um kind of revisiting the game because the first time I played it, I was just like a Lynch fan. Like I was, I think, in high school, and I would watch like Mulholland Drive and Inland Empire in my basement, where I watched That's where I watched Itchy the Killer and Dead or Alive and Better Tomorrow and all the movies that became my favorites. But like, so I didn't care that it was this. I wouldn't even call it a pastiche. It's a literal ripoff of Twin Peaks for the first few hours that you play it. And I'm a big fan of this idea of doing that with your own work. Like rip off a movie for like the first quarter of it or a book, right? Like just write that book. And then once you get to this pivot point, then do something different with it because
Hmm.
it's taking a tried and true formula that people enjoy and kind of allowing your readers to come into your world. And then once you've got them after, let's say 30, 40, 50 pages, then you start fucking with it and start doing something different. So that's what I noticed now as a 40-year-old man playing Deadly Premonition again, which I played on Steam, and that shit is broken as fuck, but still fun.
The director's cut.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty broken, but it didn't really fuck with my enjoyment of it because it was a big nostalgia thing for me. I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I heard the Switch version is a
Nice.
lot better. The
It's
Switch
really
version is a
good.
lot
I have
better."
no
Yeah, yeah.
complaints. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of stuff on Steam is actually kind of
Some of
broken.
it, like the open world stuff, if you're like driving a lot, like I've noticed it being like kind of slow, but I mean,
Hmm.
it plays. It has this reputation as like the jankiest, like most fucked up game ever, and it's not at all. I mean, the Switch
Play it on
version
Steam.
wasn't. No, thank you. I'm anti-Steam, bro. I'm anti-Steam.
Yeah. Oh, you're more of a solid, like
Um,
yeah.
I'm more
You're
like
pro solid anti-Steam,
That's
pro
me.
liquid. Yeah.
I don't
Kelby's
understand
specialty.
what Steam is.
Kelly's professional
That's like
liquid.
1, 2, 3 movies.
No,
No.
it's like Xbox Store for but not
PC.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just the PC game store basically. And on this little guy, which is where I play all my games now, this is like the Rogue Xbox Ally. And so
Oh, that's
it's
pretty
it's
big. That's pretty
it's
big.
big, dude. It's a
Is
seven
it
inch
about the size
Thank
screen.
of
you.
a Steam? Yeah, no problem. It's about the size of a Steam Deck.
It is the size of a Steam Deck, but honestly, I think at my first opportunity,
I know, dude.
I'm gonna get a Steam Deck.
You've been wanting to
And
cheat bad, bad.
well, no, the thing is, man, is
Not
that
only
this
cheap but you want to abandon that thing straight up.
I do, yeah, because this is a Windows machine, and I hate
Yeah,
Windows with every fiber of my being. I just want a Steam Deck
I
with
know.
OLED. But but anyway, so playing it
Does
on
OLED
that.
make a difference? Just
Yeah, oh
little
yeah,
sidetrack.
absolutely. Yeah,
Have you
graphically,
guys played
yeah.
on OLED screens and
My
felt like
brother-in-law had one, and I was like, it was like
sold?
when you look into the arc and your head
Mhm.
explodes kind of
What's
thing.
the
Like,
what's the
yeah.
different like what's the thing that you got? What is that if it's not OLED?
It's just I think it's a 4K like HD screen. So it's not bad. It's just not what I
So
want the best I want
OLED
the best one.
OLED's
Don't you
like the
don't
original flat screen look or
Well, no, so OLED is just it's a sharper picture overall and just smoother. It's kind of like not the gold standard, but it's good. Like I saw recently that there was a on Amazon there was like they fucked up the price and they put an 83-inch OLED TV on sale for $900, but I missed it. but that would be like the best way to watch movies and Blu-rays and shit like that.
Hmm.
You know what's the
So
best way to watch a movie? And I was thinking about this today because one day my
naked,
In the
uh
bathtub with a
jerking your
toaster on
shit.
the ledge.
Yeah.
there's a on like alternating Tuesdays in my neighborhood they have a no naked, no jerking anything while watching
Mhm.
anything that has more than three characters. And so a
Mhm.
lot of things I like is like double characters or triple characters. So, but anyway, the best way to watch something for me was back in like 2020 when I don't know, it's
So you
just
could
I
jerk
felt
it to
like
primer. You could jerk it to primer if you wanted to.
You could jerk it to Castaway.
You could
yeah,
jerk it to Castaway.
it's all been done just to like kind of be rebellious, but I don't want to get into it. So
hmm
the most optimal way it was kind of a pain in the ass, but it was really fucking cool. I got a really cheap what was Facebook's like VR thing? What was it? Is it still around?
Meta.
Meta? Was it literally just called Meta? Oculus. Yeah, yeah. So I got one of those, and it had like the Amazon Prime app, and so I'd watch movies, put it on my head, and I would put in like my good headphones, and it literally felt straight up like you were in the theater because you could look around at the seats around you, and then the way it was it was just a giant TV screen in front of you. Like it was amazing. I'll never forget the movies I watched. I watched the Paul Schrader movie like what's it called? Work Time, Tough Time. Uh
Working
Blue
girl.
collar
Blue
or
collar.
Blue collar. I don't know why I was thinking it was called work time.
Work
Uh,
time.
a labor movie. It's
yeah, literally.
about going to your job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
work
work
time. I mean,
time.
it's an
This is
ultimate.
my movie called Work Time.
And I watched the Blade Runner 2, whatever
Oh
that
yeah,
one's called,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah,
fucking
2049.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that, but it's
I
kind of a
really
pain in
like
the
that movie
ass.
in general. I like that movie in general.
So Erica and I went to go watch Blade Runner 2049 in theaters. And when
Yeah.
he punches that chick in the face, she turned to me and goes, "You love this movie, don't you?" I said,
Oh
"Yeah, I
my
fucking
God.
love it."
Yeah.
Wait,
That's the only D Denis Villeneuve movie you like, right?
No, I love Sicario.
Sicario. Yeah, I forgot
I
about
let.
that one. Yeah.
What's the Jake Gyllenhaal kidnapping one?
Enemy.
Enemy.
That
Oh,
no no.
Prisoners.
The Enemy's awesome.
I haven't seen
Uh,
Yeah.
Enemy, but yeah,
you like
Prisoners.
Enemy, I think. Prisoner I watched on Thanksgiving this year, and I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Like,
Prisoners
hmm
was all right.
yeah.
hmm
I
What do you?
thought Dune Part Two was okay, but it being okay made it leagues above Dune Part
I
One.
ha
So
I haven't seen Dune 1.6, the little in between one they did with Dennis Rodman.
Oh, where they're playing soccer.
Yeah, and they like he
Yeah.
falls in love with the ball.
Yeah. Like Castaway, bringing us back to Castaway.
Yeah, but
You've
like
been jerking it to Castaway, haven't you?
that's all
no,
he
not
can
right
think
now.
about.
He goes to the
Wilson. Ugh.
he turns his lights off. He gets his little Pop Tart out of the toaster. He fucking puts his little nappy down and he clicks play on Castaway.
Nope.
You remember why Wilson why that volleyball had a bloody handprint, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
because
draw.
because he was rubbing it raw.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, guys, Gwen, if you haven't noticed, the format is, we talk about the topic, but then sometimes we all go down this little path that has these bricks that say dope, amazing, wow. And so we just follow
Keep
the
going.
bricks.
Do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But
They
Gotta get the
want you to do
handprint
it.
on it.
speaking of Raw, I saw that new movie by the director of Raw
Oh,
and Titane. Uh,
Julie
what is her
2.0.
name? Is that how you say her name? Duke. I was saying like the Cornene.
That's the yeah,
I was saying it
that's
like Julia de Cornene
yeah, that's
for
the
like years,
hmm hmm
French. But Raw was getting or not Alpha is what it's called was getting horrible reviews, but I loved it. I thought it was amazing. Very good.
What what's it about?
So it's essentially about it's like a coming of age story about this 13-year-old girl and they in the world they live in. It's not a horror movie like at all. It's like a straight drama
Do you
except
think that's why people
yeah, for
aren't
sure because a
too
lot of the
hot
people
on
I
it?
saw were like horror convention nerds guys, you know what I'm saying, which is a very particular type of like fan, and so I saw and I follow like accounts like that because I have a a big spot in my heart for them, and they didn't like it, and I liked it because it's basically a drama that has elements. So basically, it's set in kind of an ambiguous time. I think it's the 90s or late 80s. It never really says. But so basically, this disease is turning people into marble, like marble statues. And it looks
Oh.
so beautiful. Like when and the world around them is just, it's like slightly weirder than ours. It's like obviously that doesn't happen in our world, but I saw a lot of people like, we get it. It's an AIDS allegory. It's so heavy-handed. I'm like, yeah, it probably is, but it's also like the way she handled it is great because it's not. It's just like this girl and her single mom and her uncle who is like an addict and may or may not have this disease. It's just about them like and their family and there's just like bizarre thing in this world going on. And I was like,
Were any black people turning into marble?
yes, and it
Or any
looked,
what were was it did white people turn into marble?
yeah, everyone.
Well, then it's not
Then
AIDS.
it's not an AIDS allegory.
I know. That's the thing. It wasn't. But she also said she's like, I like AIDS. Or no, she didn't say I like AIDS.
She
She's like,
said I
obviously,
I
obviously it's an influence. You know what I'm saying? So, uh,
She
but I
turns to the
recommend
camera
it.
and says, "I love AIDS." Yeah.
Well, she didn't turn to the camera. She called like, she did the name the whip because that's her name.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Julie
Julie,
Whipping Nene.
yeah. No, but big respect to her. I thought it
I'll
was
check
really
it out.
good. A
I haven't
little
seen any of
boring,
that
but
director's movies.
oh,
I need to
really,
watch
David?
them. No, I
No, but
haven't
you
seen
said
Raw
you
any.
is
like
great.
Raw, right?
I
Is
love Raw. That's one of
What
my
is
about
that
you,
like
favorite.
Gwen?
a
Have you?
is that
I
like a girl who eats people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
basically I like Raw, and I thought I had a great time with Raw. I've seen it like twice. I
Nice.
thought Titan was okay. I have this very
Yeah.
vivid memory of like, so I watched a couple walk out of Titan and like immediately start fighting, and I thought I was gonna have a better time with it. Because usually when that happens, I'm
Did
like, oh,
that
there's
kill the
probably
vibe?
something going
Oh,
on in here.
one
Um,
second.
but I thought it was just okay. And then I talked to this coworker at one point, and she was like, that was like the most upsetting movie I've ever seen. And I was like, I don't know if you've seen that many movies.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Isn't doesn't she I feel like I watched that one when I had like a fever or something. Doesn't she like give birth to a car or something?
Yeah, it's like a baby that has metal body parts, and there's this horrible moment
Hmm.
where she like tries to give herself an abortion with the thing she uses to kill people. She has like a silver chopstick she uses to put in people's ears and like immediately stab their brain or whatever. I think it's really cool. So much of it would work well. It would be a great short story, and I just thought it was a shitty film. I thought the homoeroticism left something to be desired. I think it's got this idea about the way like men want to be with men that is like it felt like a I don't know, you ever see those tweets where like women are like, I wish I could have a boy best friend the way boys do. Some of it felt like that for way too long. And then the way it deals with like men's anger or like the way men can be scary, it felt like it was pulling its punches and asked for I don't know. Honestly, for a movie that wants to be so nasty and be the next Cronenberg and like leave you wondering, I think it ties itself up pretty neatly, and it's sanitized and sanded off. And she has the potential. I think ever since people got mad at her for like having the one Arab character die in Raw, she's overcorrected.
Hmm.
Hmm.
They were pissed off that he died.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. That's like there was one non-white guy and he's the only guy who dies, and now everyone's like, she's this racist filmmaker. And my whole thing is,
What?
I don't understand what you're asking French people for. Like, I don't go French to like get the right opinion. And the other thing is like they're dealing with that all the time. in their politics, regardless of what she believes. If she put it in a movie, it's just some shit in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was French, I'd want to kill Arabs pretty bad.
It's just like Camus, you know? Like you gotta
Right.
uh,
Right. Right. Yeah, that's a thing that is very
Well,
unfortunate that people pay attention to, which is I guess these I would call them fringe elements of the internet. They're very loud and they're very boisterous. And so people start to listen to them and it's like you don't have to like most normal
yeah,
people
that
don't think that way.
there's always going to be someone who says things loudly and it just infects people's ears. But you know what's really interesting? I just want to say this before I get. Her next movie, she's doing an adaptation of like the handstands. Like you know when you're a little kid, do you like a handstand or stand on your head or
Mm-hmm.
something? She's
Mm-hmm.
doing it. She's doing the handstand movie,
She's
2028.
adapting handstands.
Yeah.
I like that turn of phrase for just she's doing an adaptation of this thing we used to do.
It's a movie about people doing handstands and there's one Arab character and he dies. It's like,
He can't stand
wait
on
a
his
minute,
hands.
He
wait
can't do
a
the
minute.
handstand, so he gets knuckled.
Ooh.
Damn, getting knuckled is crazy. One last
Oh,
quick bit of news before we get back to Deadly Premonition. So, my
DP.
most anticipated American movie is Zach Cregger's Resident Evil adaptation,
I've
and
read the script.
I didn't don't spoil anything,
I
but like
won't.
apparently it got extremely strong test reviews, and he did something that I think is so smart, and that I actually do like the Paul Anderson Resident Evil movies. They have a lot of charm, but he did something so smart, which is he just took one simple concept, which is the guy from Weapons, the stoner, like
Yeah,
burnout guy,
yeah.
who gets like who gives the guy the face full of needles. Um, he's tasked with bringing a package from one end of Raccoon City to the other, and that's it. That's the plot.
That
And
sounds
I thought
great.
I was like,
Mm,
oh, it's beautiful. It's been described as Fury Road, but with horror.
mm,
And the idea, because too many times when video games are adapted, like the disastrous new Silent Hill movie or what have you, they're actually trying to adapt the video game. And the correct way to go about this is to do what he did, which is people like the aesthetics and the atmospherics and the monsters and the lore is already in the video game. And so you don't have to throw Leon. I'm sure there's at least one cameo in this movie from one of the characters, but you don't have to do that. You just have to do what movies do with the skin of the video game, and you're gold. You're good. So I couldn't be more stoked for that movie. I'm very excited.
They should make a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater movie.
They 100% should. By the way, Gwen, did you play Deadly Premonition 2? Speaking of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
I did. So I was wondering if we were going to talk about this. I did play Deadly Premonition 2. I bought that on release and I played all 30 hours of it when you got like 2 frames per second.
That
Um,
was a rough time to play it at the very beginning. My goodness.
I
That
paid
was,
for it. I pre-ordered. I paid full price just to get screwed.
yeah,
And I still like have a fondness for it, even though I know it sucks. I
it
played
does suck.
other things
Yeah.
missing, and
Yeah.
that like also kind of sucks to play. I think
Right.
Deadly Premonition is fun to play. I like that the cars feel like ice skating. I like the unlocking the unlimited ammo submachine gun like 3 hours into the game if you want, and just clearing the rest of it
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
superhero. It's fun. It's zen. It's like, and you're incentivized to like aim at their crotch until they bend over. Like all of it plays wrong. All of it plays in a way where, and that adds like it's a movie, or it's well, it kind of does feel like a movie. It's a game about like very weird paraphilia and like wild sexual violence, and then you have these like backbroken, gape mouth like demons, you know.
They put their whole fist in your mouth.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's out there, and the
Yeah.
holding your breath, getting dragged along by your like child ghost, the you that is real and not you. It's so fucking nasty. Those moans.
Yeah, the moans are weird. Yeah,
Ugh.
it's a vibe. So I'll turn your question back on you. How did you find the game?
I played Deadly Premonition for the first time in high school, and
Hmm.
I was so young. I was talking to my so embarrassing, but of course I'm going to talk about my mom. I was talking to my mom about how I was going to come on this, and I was like, "Do you remember when you bought me Deadly Premonition?" She's like, "Oh, I remember every time I had to buy you something at GameStop." So I was like 15 or 16. I was told I was wasting my time. I had like watched Twin Peaks and didn't get it as a
Hmm.
kid. And I was like,
Hmm.
wow, ooky spooky. And my parents were like, we watched Twin Peaks when we were dating. And then I realized, like, huh, that's a funny type of thing about my parents I didn't quite get until they were older. Because like not everybody was watching Twin Peaks, even though kind of everyone was. But I
For the
played
first
it
season,
in
yeah.
high
Yeah.
school. Yeah, the first season.
Yeah.
Um, and I didn't beat it. I put a ton of time into it. I tried to convince all my friends to play it. I agreed that it was this like hidden gem 10 out of 10 and people weren't giving it its due. But I did not finish it. I did not encounter any of the most wild gender bender stuff. I was like, and I thought it was a scary game. I thought the raincoat killer was scary. I thought the chase elements were scary. Like it scared the fuck out of me, and then I beat it in college.
There's something really interesting to touch on the chase elements. A lot of people hate those chase sequences. Well, you know what? I'll say this because I know I'll forget it if I don't say it now. But there's something about a game like Deadly Premonition or Killer 7 that
Hmm.
puts you on rails
Hmm.
that is actually like some people fucking hate that, but it's very tense when you're being chased and you're kind of on rails and you have to do these quick time thing and push boxes and shit like that to get away from the raincoat killer. I don't think if you actually had full control of York when you were doing that, that it would be as frightening as it is with the on rails kind of controls.
I love Rails. There was a very short trend during like it was in the Xbox 360 days.
Hmm.
There was a Jason Bourne video game, and
Yes.
there was
Mm-hmm.
a dark fuck, we figured this out, and I think it's Dark Sector.
Yeah.
Um, those were very like you go forward and
Hmm.
you press buttons and you get through these things, and there's no like exploring or whatever.
Right.
And I loved that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is just super unreal. So you found it when you were in high school, and what about it as a person in high school appealed to you about it?
I always I always liked playing the weird games. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had a copy of Chibi Robo on my GameCube. I'm looking at my GameCube right now and Killer 7 is kind of the only game I own. I loved narrative games. I thought I was gonna be like some I had big dreams about the artist I was going to become, and I was very stuck in the mud about how like you could encounter a great story in a video game. I love noir. I love the idea of being an investigator of, like Under the Silver Lake shit. I always thought if I could like get to the heart of something in my own life, it wouldn't be for nothing. I thought York was a compelling character. I was always interested in something divisive. I don't know. It's funny because like I was like a kid on the internet and I heard about this like game that people said was the worst thing ever, but not everybody. And I was like, maybe I'm not everybody.
Yeah, yeah, okay. You said a very beautiful phrase there that you believe from the bottom of your heart that if you got to the bottom of something, it wouldn't be for nothing, which
That
has to
is
go in a
beautiful.
book. Um, and then I was thinking about this and I was thinking about why people, so I'm really into indie games. And I like them for their weirdness. Like I've been playing Mama's Sleeping Angels recently, which is the
Those are
new
great
game.
title.
Yeah, it's the new game from the developer who made Cruelty Squad, which
Oh.
was that like kind of hi-fi neon shooter. And I've been playing like Hollow Point, all these indie games. We're in a renaissance right now where people are more easily than it would have been able to kind of replicate the PS2 and sometimes PS3 eras of games. Crow Country is another one that I played recently
A
that I
good one.
really enjoyed. Um, but I was thinking about why all these developers are such weirdos, right? And I'm a weirdo as well. I count myself amongst the fold, but like there is that element of when people say that something is bad, like we immediately identify with it because we've been called like weird and off for so long, you know? Like that was always me. I mean, like I was in high school too, and I was watching, I had to get the when Tartan Asia Extreme released the Itchy the Killer DVD, I went to Sam Goody and I bought Itchy the Killer immediately. Gozu came out, I had to have it. I had to get it like a Region 3 DVD of Better Tomorrow 3 because it wasn't released here. And I watched it, and I don't know if I liked it because it's very different from the first two, but I had to see it. Tartan Asia Extreme, by the way, is goated. It's the best of all time. They had the Tale of Two Sisters, Old Boy, Better Tomorrow, Hard Boiled, all the Miike movies.
Does it still
Anyway,
exist?
no, 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 no. It went out of business a while back. But
Arrow is pretty much what
Arrow is that now.
that's the
Yeah.
I was
new.
gonna say
Yeah.
nowadays there's those boutique Blu-ray and weird DVDs places
Arrow
where
puts out great shit.
yeah.
Arrow's Blu-rays are amazing. Um, but yeah,
Grasshopper
no,
too.
Gra
Gra-
Gra
Grasshopper
Grasshopper.
Blu-ray.
Oh, I might not be familiar with that. I need to look that up. But see that impulse. You said Grasshopper. I didn't immediately know what that was, and now
And you're like, I want
I
it.
need to know. And most people don't do that. They just go, "What?" and just keep it moving. But I think it's because I think it's not a chicken or an egg question. I think that it's like why are game developers so weird? The game developing isn't what makes them weird.
Mm,
They're weird first. And
hmm
and then they're like, I'm gonna make Undertale or something like that, and it either hits or doesn't because it's really hard to because weirdos are kind of like they're all very individual,
Mhm.
right? And so it's hard to make an audience of individuals into your audience because we all have our very peculiar tastes, and we're like, a movie like the one you guys were just talking about, the one by the French lady.
hmm
It's got to be tough because she's making weird movies, but you're making it for an audience of people who are like if you look at the discourse around something like The Substance, which I thought was
hmm
good,
Mhm.
uh, it's very polarizing. But then you look at the discourse around something like, Captain America, and there's us. I won't speak for any of you guys, but like me, like I don't like that movie. But then everybody who likes that kind of movie likes that. Does that make sense? Like
Yes.
everybody who
If
likes
you
the
like
kind of
Right.
that type
movie,
of
yeah,
movie, you are going to like
you
that
are going
movie.
to like it. And that's not true.
If you like if you like weird
Well,
shit, I
yes
can't
and no.
say if you're
I
gonna like Raw or not.
Or Itchy the Killer, or whatever,
Yeah,
Kelby likes it raw,
I
but
like it Raw.
you're gonna and I like it Captain America style. No, I'm just kidding. But like like Captain those type of movies, I feel like isn't like a raw or I mean obviously it's not, but just like baseline, like, hey, you want to go see Captain America or Raw? You know so much about Captain America just from being exposed to his incredible strength and body and patriotism and optimism and kindness and he's got 20/20 vision. So if you know you're on the road and you can't find your glasses, he'll tell you exactly whether it's a stop sign or a no fishing sign. And he's just kind. Like Steven Rogers is a good man. But see, and so a lot of people will have that, that's their first thought when they hear Captain America versus Raw, and they're gonna want to go. They're not going Raw that night, or afternoon. I don't know.
They need the protection from Steve.
Exactly. They need that
Yeah.
fucking shield. They need the shield.
Captain America is the opposite of Raw.
Honestly, yeah. No, but you just like it's interesting because then there's some people who are kind of like my dad. he would see both of those. Like he would have went and saw Alpha with me, but he was busy. But like you just kind of like go, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's cool. Like
My
they don't have,
brother, my brother's one of those people. He'll be
yeah,
like, I watched all the Marvel movies, and then he'll be like, what's this joint? Itchy the Killer. Oh, that was
yeah,
awesome. And then
yeah.
he'll like he just watches everything.
He. I love people like that because they look at it as basically what it should be, just like entertainment, and it's all entertainment, and it's all in an even playing field, and that's really all. I
Yeah.
don't think like that. I don't think we all think like you know what I mean. Like there's different levels, or you know what I'm saying. Does
Yeah.
that make
No, I
sense?
Yeah.
admire that. I guarantee these aren't
I do
exactly his
too.
favorites, but like I guarantee his favorite movies are something like Transformers 3, Titanic,
Who
and
your brother?
yeah. And
Yeah,
then I don't know, like Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me or something.
yeah,
Hmm.
that is
Hmm.
awesome.
Hmm. Oh,
That's
by
how
the
it
way,
should be.
Kelby, the reason why I mentioned Tony Hawk and Deadly Premonition 2 in the same sentence is that you know how you get around in a car in Deadly Premonition?
Uh,
You
Right.
skateboard everywhere in Deadly Premonition
oh
2.
hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
More
What
challenges
what did
too.
I miss? I had to go pick up a
I don't know.
delivery.
What I'm interested in is having Gwen describe the plot of Deadly
Yes,
Premonition.
that would be awesome. You're
What
tasked with
happens
that.
what happens in this weird ass game?
Okay, I will. Also, it's funny you brought up like weirdos that make stuff and your desire to copy, David. You brought up Undertale, and Toby Fox all the time says like, when you play Mother 3, you'll stop calling me like this genius. And he's not afraid to be like, yes, I made Undertale, yes, I made Deltarune. And also, if you go back to this one thing, you'll see that I just got the roadmap to do what I wanted. And having
Hmm.
Mother 3, like sure you
Oh,
and
don't spoil it, please.
I never would.
Thank you, thank you.
You like you get what he's saying, but they're very different games. And even if you do beat for beat the same thing, and I guess that's to bring it back, very funny with the Twin Peaks Deadly Premonition, it's about a family experiencing destruction across generations and how it impacts a town. And with Deadly Premonition, you get the U.S. government. Well, I guess you get the U.S. government involved in all of it. It's just, um, you get like Operation Blue Rose and Twin Peaks or whatever, and that is the paranormal stuff. And in Deadly Premonition, it's about the government manipulating a town and the town coming together to like hide their collective shame, and their collective shame seeks into the earth in the same way that this like gas does to create the fog that comes up with the rain. But we're getting
Hmm.
way too ahead of it. Deadly Premonition is about a quirky investigator that is sent to a Pacific Northwest town, and his city slicker tendencies clash with the local color, and he has strange encounters where he is effectively getting to the heart of a mystery and unable to communicate that to anyone. He starts to fall in love. It's about the murder of several women. It's about, like, it does ask questions about, like, what is a woman? And it's about fatherhood and motherhood. And, like, what does it mean to be a failing father? What does it mean to be a failing mother? What does it mean to be a failing father because you cannot communicate and engage with a failing mother? Francis York Zach is, the whole narrative revolves around him confronting his own father's murder of his mother. Um, George Woodman is killing women in the hopes of becoming immortal so that he can get beyond the impotence he
I knew it
feels
was him.
because his mother sexually abused him. The
Yeah,
stuff with Thomas, like
Yeah.
half-assing a transition, because in Deadly Prem 2, we, find like we're sent on this wild goose chase to get an estrogen script in a
Hmm.
much
what?
earlier year. It's a very crazy fucking scene. Um, But in this one, and Thomas is doing this gender bending thing to like try and keep George satisfied. Is George like a weird gay man? All of it
Look at
is
that mustache. You kidding me?
yeah, he should be in a Judas Priest cover band if he
Right?
like
Right.
figure out what he well, it seems like he was, and he got the bar built out for it.
Yeah.
Deadly Premonition is about how a small town keeps its secrets. Yes, it's Blue Velvet. Yes, it's Twin Peaks. Yes, it's like all those Lynch ideas. But when you're in the middle of it, it doesn't even really feel like that, you
Yeah,
know?
It
that's what
doesn't.
it
Yeah.
really doesn't. On paper, and literally just the reputation, it's impossible to not, have some preconceived ideas of what it might be like. And it really doesn't. It just really truly is its own thing,
Well,
and that is
yeah.
so cool.
I mean, it's so yeah. So York comes into town and, he loves coffee and he loves
Yeah,
pastry.
but
And he's kind of talking, he's always talking to somebody named Zach, whereas Cooper was talking to Diane. And so you have these superficial elements that are very Lynchian. The game starts off, I would say, very funny. The funniest bit for me is the hotel that York is staying
the
at.
table,
He
I
has
love that.
breakfast. He has breakfast with the old woman proprietor, and it's this huge, like this massively long table that they're sitting at opposite ends on.
So funny.
And he's like, maybe this would be better if you move a little bit closer. And she's like, what? I can't. So there's some great comedic bits with that. But he meets, am I remembering this correctly? Emily is the cop's name, right? Or
Yes.
yes, okay.
Yes.
Um, and so he begins to kind of fall for her a little bit, and the gameplay alternates between an open world. There's a map, right? But the map system is very clunky. This is something that I'm going to
It's
keep
kind
coming
of
back to in this conversation, how clunky gameplay is actually, if you can suffer through it, it's more immersive because
Mhm.
you have to learn how the gameplay works.
the
There
map is
are
not intuitive at all. It's really
No, it
it.
flips. It flips
Yeah,
depending on what direction you're going in. So it fucks with you. Like if you're heading
I didn't
south
realize that yet.
and then you turn north, the entire map turns so that up is always the direction that you're going instead of true north. Um, but what that does is after hours and hours of playing it, you actually have to learn where things are in the town.
Mm,
And that creates a familiarity that I think is uniquely a video game thing. Like books come close, but books can't quite get the immersiveness that video games can.
it
Books
had
books do
some.
things that video games can't too, right? They're all different mediums, different experience.
What?
It's true. It's absolutely true. Interiority is what books do better than video games. Nothing
Are
else
you
does
fucking
interiority better than that.
serious?
I am fucking serious. Um, so
Oh,
that
no.
initial kind of Twin Peaks thing, again, I think again, this is the way I remember it. The way I like once you have that conversation with the townsfolk, the
Yeah.
game becomes something very different. And you've kind of seen so York can go into like Silent Hill world,
Mhm.
basically. And there are interludes that I remember had to be added because at first the game had none of those sequences at all.
Really?
There was no Silent Hill world in it, and the publisher was very concerned that there was no action
What's
and
the
no guns.
story then?
Well, the story is the exact same. You just don't have those action interludes between the
Oh,
story. So it's very much more just like you're solving the
you're right,
mystery.
because now I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, I haven't killed any like zombies in like 2 or 3 hours. Like it that because
They
leading
didn't
up to
care
the
about that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
leading
Yeah,
up
that
to like the town hall meeting, it's kind of and dude, I always
Do
forget
you
to
go to the
eat.
do you do a few, right? Like you do the police station, I
I
think,
just
the
did the first one
hospital.
when everyone's there.
Yeah.
Or well,
Yeah.
yeah, the hospital, and this was like the big one where you meet all the suspects and you talk to
Hmm.
them, and they're
Hmm.
really funny. And some of the gameplay stuff I hate, but it is really immersive. Like if you don't change your outfit, flies start swirling around you,
Yeah, yeah, you
and
get
people are like,
stinky.
"Bro, you smell really
You
bad."
you grow a beard too if you
Yeah,
don't
you grow a
shave.
beard, and
Yeah.
then you have to sleep, and you have to eat. which
Hmm.
recently I was playing it, I think yesterday before I texted Gwen this, I kept randomly fucking dying. I was like, why am I dying? And then I was like, oh, it's because I haven't eaten. Like I keep just,
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, and then I had to go buy like 40 lollipops, which
You have
Yeah.
you
I
have
have
to
to
do
do.
general upkeep of your
Yeah,
character, and it's kind of a before we had Death Stranding, which is the all-time great walking sim of all time.
right.
Like we had this game where it's like, yeah, you have to do all these
But
things to
a
keep
lot, like you don't
alive.
have to do that in like other open. It's not. It's like kind of open world too. It's
You don't
funny.
have to eat in like I don't even think you need to
In
eat in
like
Yakuza.
GTA.
Like you could in Yakuza you can eat
What about
to
Shenmue? It's kind of good. It has a little bit of
it is like
Shenmue
oh,
vibes
that's a good pull. Yeah, you're right. It is like Shenmue. A lot like
because of
Shenmue.
the site the night stuff. I was good. Like they'd be like, oh, come back in 3 hours, and it's really
Right.
3 hours. The only way to pass that time is to pass it or go to sleep, which is cool.
Yeah. It is cool. It's very yeah, the real-time stuff is very cool. So all this basically whenever you make a real piece of art, you're going to have to make decisions that are going to massively upset people. And then for the people who it's for, it's going to make it their favorite thing of all time.
That's like
There's no in between.
I really fuck with games that have I thought as a kid that massively open world games would be my shit, and now that that's everything, I'm like, no, I don't fuck with this. This is
Yeah,
boring. I'm
it's like
sick
we
of
got
fucking
Sometime when you
walking
do it
everywhere.
right, like I think of
I'm gonna
Shadow of the
get
Colossus a lot.
well, that's not an
That's
open world game though. I mean,
it's not. I feel
kind
like
of,
it kind
well,
of
kind of
is
is, but
because you.
you're sort of on rails though. You're going from place to place and it's a
But you
big
could
world.
go to. I guess you're right. There's nothing to
But
Do
like,
you know why the worlds are so big in Shadow of the Colossus? It was a gameplay or like a system thing. Like they had to make it that those are the load screens when you're going from
Oh,
place to
that's really
place.
cool.
They hid a lot of the like building out the next
That's
place you were going
genius.
to by riding your horse from place to place. And that's why Shadow of the Colossus was the only PS2 game besides the opening load screen that had no load screens for the whole thing. It
That's
was
really cool.
revolutionary at the
I'm
time, but
surprised more
they hid
games
that.
didn't do things like that back
Tony
Yeah.
then.
Hawk's American Wasteland.
It did.
yeah,
Yeah. But
yeah,
that was PS3, right? Or was it
No,
that was
PS2?
that was
Uh,
PS2.
tail end of the PS2. So Shadow of the
Oh,
Colossus.
okay.
Tony Hawk is at the heart of everything. If there's no Tony
Yeah.
Hawk,
damn.
you're not.
It really
Yeah.
is, because
Yeah.
then Tony
Hmm.
Hawk's Project 8 was all about the physics, the Unreal Engine with
Hmm.
how you break your bones and all that shit.
Hmm. But
But
oh, I
no,
can't.
what I actually liked about like what I actually loved about open world wasn't the open world, it was having an impact on everything you interact with.
Hmm.
And they got rid of that element of most of these open world games, and it's just like a
What
giant
what
map, you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
give me yeah, I know like it was like definitely a
Like
trend and it's like it's just open world to be open world. I feel
yeah,
like a lot of
like
games.
something like Watch Dogs doesn't have to be open world.
Mm.
It's fun, but it doesn't
Or
have to
like
be open world.
Fable. I don't
Yeah,
think
the
the
old
first
Fable game.
Fable was necessarily open world. Maybe it was. It
It was.
felt okay, but like it had things that the sequels didn't even really have. Like if
Right.
you had unprotected sex with multiple partners, you catch STDs. You like,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, people remember you doing shit. Like if you just cut a stranger's head off and kick his head down the road, you go through that village the next time and everybody's like, oh God,
Do you guys
it's
remember
that
that
guy.
game? I've talked to Gwen about this before. I think Infamous was
Oh
kind of like that
yeah.
as well.
I never
You
played that. Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. It's so good. You can't have sex in the traditional way, but you kind of are having sex because you get your fuel from electricity. So you suck all the electricity out of like a telephone pole or like stuff like that. So I
That's how
guess
I have sex.
Yeah.
you're getting effed by the electricity.
Hmm.
Did you ever play the Saboteur?
No, I
No.
never played that one.
Nuh-uh.
You play
Oh, wait.
an Irish bomb maker in
Whoa.
um, occupied France, and the whole world is black and white until you liberate parts of it.
That sounds really interesting.
It's such a great game, and it's like it was like an EA release.
Was
I
it
think
PS3?
Pandemic worked on it. Yeah, it was PS3 and Xbox, and it was totally infamous at the time because there was a
Mm.
$2.50 DLC. If you pre-ordered the game, you could get full nudity in this like strip club that you made your bombs out of. Otherwise it was like partial nudity, and the difference was like nipple tassels or whatever. So it had a big brouhaha over like
There was
the
like mods
nudity in this
for there was
game.
mods like that for Duke Nukem
Oh
back in the
yeah.
day. Like Duke Nukem and Tomb Raider. I remember being
Oh,
in
Tomb Raider,
sixth
I've
grade and
definitely
Goon
played.
Raider.
my buddy brought
Literally.
no, my buddy brought a it was either Womb Raider or Nude
Oh
Raider,
my
but he
God.
brought a
Womb
disc
Raider.
and it
That
was
sounds
naked
scary.
Laura Croft on it. He's like, I got it. I don't know where this motherfucker got this shit from. Probably his dad, right? Like stole it from his dad or whatever. But we went and played it, and it's Tomb Raider. This was 1998, maybe. And we were playing it, and it was the same game, but she's just like they gave her a little fur too on the pussy. And
Uh-huh.
I remember being like, this is crazy. I gotta go. Like this this
Yeah.
is crazy.
I played Womb Raider and I was sweating the whole time.
Yeah, it's so funny because we laugh about, like ancient like olden times people like masturbating to ankles and shit like that. But Womb Raider was like polygons, like 30 it was 32 frames per second, like just polygons moving around, and we're like, yeah, I could work with this. Yeah, that's this pre-internet, pre all that shit. But oh,
Laura
so
Croft, the most beautiful woman on the planet, you
Uh-huh.
know?
yeah,
With
with the
those
fucking
triangle
pointers.
titties.
Yeah.
And then in Tomb Raider 2, there was a cheat code you could put in, and it was called the nude cheat. And if you put it in, her body just exploded.
Oh, nice. That's a good troll. Yeah, that is good. So with Deadly Premonition, he begins to solve the mystery. And oh, it's worth mentioning that this investigator, so he's in a diner, and uh, this guy in a wheelchair gets rolled in, and he's got a gas mask on and a skull mask, and then like these exhaust ports on his throat, and he only speaks in riddles, and his name is Harry, and he's got this Asian dude with it because he's always like whispering in his ear, and then the Asian dude will tell you what the whatever riddle he said. But one of my favorite parts of the game is that when he goes into the diner, this hairy guy, he orders something called like the Sin Eater sandwich or the Sinner sandwich or something like that. And it's like, go- I'm gonna get this wrong, but it was like, it's not tuna fish. It's like a sandwich with like strawberry jam on it.
Peanut butter, pickle, cereal. You might be right
Cereal,
about
that's
it.
it. Yeah, yeah. The cereal thing is what got me. So it's like this disgusting sandwich, and York tries it, and he goes, I'll have whatever he's having. Little When Harry Met Sally reference. But so basically this hairy guy is I don't just Nikki's gone, so I'll spoil it a little bit. The whole thing is that the town was part of a chemical experiment back in the, 50s, 60s, something like that. And there's this character, FK. What is his Kaysen?
Yes.
Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen is the guy's name. And he's basically this like he's the Twin Peaks Bob figure. He's semi like supernatural basically. And he cultivates these trees that make red seeds that if you if you kill somebody who's eaten a red seed, you become immortal. Is that right, Gwen?
You
Or
feed them the red seed, and then you kill them so it grows. The red
Mm.
seed kills your body.
It grows out of you, right? Because that's what happened
Yeah.
to York's mom. York's mom was growing one of these seeds, and then Emily gets a seed growing in her too at one point. Yeah, that's Forrest. He's in part two also.
And he's got the dog. We have to remember that like the
Yeah,
dog is
Willie.
also controlling him. He
Uh-huh.
claims he's the only guy who can make the red seeds grow. I believe you do have to like cut open the stomach to grow the tree, But also the red seed immortality. They claim it's a myth, but then you fight like almost immortal George at the end. So it seems like the ritual can be completed.
Yeah, because he's fucking housing those seeds at the end. He's fucking so where the game becomes like the Japanese influence comes in, and this is the perfect intersection of basically what my work is. It's like taking American classics that have been reinterpreted by the Japanese and reinterpreting them back into Americana, right?
Mhm.
Um, and so you follow this mystery. There are puzzles. The puzzles are all like very rudimentary and basic, like super easy. Um, and then you get to a certain point where you realize that George, the sheriff, has been the one who's been committing these murders. And when you go to face him on a rooftop, he like turns into Blanca,
Yes.
basically. Like he pours a bunch of seeds in his mouth and he becomes this big hulking monster with this shock of white hair. And then you fight him and then you fight Forrest, who becomes like this giant frog thing. Yeah, he's I'm gonna crush you type. Um, And so it becomes very like anime and Japanese at the end. And that's exactly what I mean about taking inspiration as your starting point and then going something else, like going somewhere else with it. Like I think it's kind of late. Like I grew up in the era where, and I'm sure this still happens, I'm just out of the loop, but like Transformers would come out and then a B movie VHS thing would be like the Transmogrifiers, and
Yeah.
it was just Transformers on a low budget, and
There's
the
like
whole idea,
you had Gundam Wing, but you had Zoids. Or
yeah, it was like the whole idea was to trick people with the box. So like all of Transformers is checked out, and then like right next to it is Transmogrifiers, and the box looks kind of the same, and you're like, well, man, is this it? Um, so I
What
don't
about
love that.
Star Wars. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
close enough.
Titanic 2, Moby Dick 2, Moby
What
Dick
was
2000?
I think it was Full Moon, but don't like Full Moon did a lot of these movies that were really cool actually. So it might not be Full Moon,
I know
but
there's
they
the Asylum. I don't know Full Moon too well.
Full Moon did like Robot Jocks, I think,
Okay.
and Robot Jocks, and there was a
Full
puppet
Moon's
movie
cool.
too.
It's I read a or I listened to the fuck, what's his name? He's such a character. Um he
Not
uh
it wasn't Puppet Master. It's
no,
telling
Puppet
me that.
Master, yeah, Charles Band is Puppet Master. Full Moon is Puppet Master. Um
But what's the other one? There was like
Dangerous Toys.
Dangerous Toys, I
No,
think.
not
Yeah,
Dangerous.
that's
That's a band. I think
but
it's literally demonic toys.
I don't know. Well, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know. Was the cover like a little
Yeah.
action figure toy standing on a
Mm,
mountain shooting a laser?
no. The cover of this one that it might be very much it's three toys that look all freaky in their own way. They look freaky, like uniquely freaky. I'll
But
say
what is it
that.
called? You said Demonic Toys is what it's called?
Demonic toys, yeah.
I don't think that's it.
You're not talking about
Sorry.
like is this like a horror movie or is
No,
it
no, no. This is different. No,
it's not like
no,
Toy
this is something
Soldiers.
different. No, I want to say it was a again, I want to say it was a full moon release, but wait, who released Robot Jocks?
Uh
Because
I think the full moon. Robot Jocks
uh
is an interesting movie because that director is like wild.
yeah, because they had a sequel called Robot Wars. Did you see that?
No.
Let's
You know the
see.
director is Stuart Gordon, who's like has his hand in
Oh yeah, yeah, okay,
and
okay.
Reanimator and
Whoa, is
I
this a
think
Mandela effect? I can't find. Oh, there it is, Robot Wars. Can I share my screen?
You should be able to.
Did Stuart Gordon do Hardwire, or am I thinking of?
no,
N-
that's the weird
That's
Australian
that's
guy who
the
did
that's the
who
guy
got
who
canceled.
that's the guy who lived on my buddy Cody Goodfellow. Like I can't remember the guy's name now, but yeah, the guy who you're talking about who did Hardwired was like living in a hammock
Oh,
in his
I'm
backyard.
wrong. I'm thinking of a different movie altogether. Fuck, what's the one I'm thinking of? I'll find it.
Hold on, share. I'm sending you a request to share.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
I'm thinking of Richard Stanley, the dude who
Richard
did
Stanley, yeah.
Hardware.
And he
Hardware, yeah, and
and
Dust
he was
Yeah,
and he was like he did the initial Island of Dr. Moreau.
that's an interesting story. What happened there?
Yeah. Well, there's a whole
The
documentary about
documentary.
it, but
Yep, yep.
basically, yeah, he was an insane person and it didn't work out. But he came back. He did The Color Out of Space with
Which
Nicolas
was not
Cage.
not bad.
Yeah,
I
not
like
bad.
Yeah,
that.
it was purple.
It was
It
the
was
color. The color out of space is purple. Huh? Who would have thought?
So this is
Not.
Robot Wars.
Wait, let me see.
okay. Wait a minute. Do they
Bro, that looks like
do they do like kendo to train to be
Yes, they
inside?
do. Yeah, they
Bro,
do.
this is the movie.
Yeah,
I thought this
I
was a
had this.
Mandela thing.
I had this VHS, bro,
I did
and
too.
I'd watch this shit
they
all the
look.
time.
They look like the Armored Core robots.
I was like 9 years old when I watched this movie, and I watched
Robot
it
Wars.
so many times. Yeah, but
I
it
I
was
watched it
this.
more than Star Wars.
It was this company that made it. How do I find out the company? Where do I go? Do I have
Full
to?
moon.
You have
I
to
would
subscribe to
Yeah,
patreon.com/agitator.
right. But it was this one because I really want to find this puppet movie. It's bothering me that I can't.
Oh, it's on Tubi. Me and the boys are
Of course.
watching it this weekend.
Yeah,
Oh,
because like the
that sounds
hero had
awesome.
like that crazy pompadour, like the guy from Redline,
Oh
like
yeah.
just yeah. All right, if you guys talk amongst yourselves, I'm gonna find this out.
Go down to okay.
What, Gwen, are
think
you
Production.
familiar with the full moon features? Do you have a favorite?
I'm not
Oh
familiar
yeah, right. You just said
with,
that.
but let me um no,
It
so
is it
this
is
is a
full
full
moon.
moon movie as well.
It is full moon. Yeah.
Okay, so I've been meaning to see Castle Freak for so long.
Yeah,
There's definitely some stuff in here. I wonder if I've seen something. I never saw Puppet Master. I know that S.
they're
Craig
okay.
Waller worked
Yeah,
on the new one or
the
one of them.
Nazi one called the littlest, like the I forget what I forget what it's called. Something like littlest, like killers, Reich. How do you say Reich?
Ah,
Not in the Reich,
Yeah, Puppet. I think the Littlest Reich sounds right. That
right?
that is.
Littlest Reich. Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds familiar to me. Yeah.
Yeah, S. Craig's all wrote that, which is so funny.
I
Did
never
anyone
knew
go
that.
see the Pit and the
Doll
Pen?
Man. It's this one.
The
Doll
Pit
Man.
and the
That's the
Pendulum.
cover. The laser beam. Look, it's right there.
What?
That's what I was thinking of. Doll Man. Yeah.
That's I was
I'm
imagining
so satisfied
a
right now.
doll, like a little a toy guy.
That shit
That's
was
awesome.
bothering me so
Have you
much.
seen it?
It was, yeah, I have seen Doll Man. Yeah, this
I mean,
movie's
recently, as like an adult.
no, as a kid, yeah, no. I would watch all these like Full Moon was
Yeah,
deep in Hollywood Video in
for sure.
Oklahoma.
Well, I watched a whole documentary about this. It was because it wasn't just Full Moon. All of these movies were essentially really cheap to make, and they
Hmm.
already had a lot of like the things that you know what I mean, like whatever. They had the means to keep making them, and there was just such that video store boom of rentals because people they needed things to rent. Like it's so interesting to think about that time and how if the circumstances were the same, I bet it would just be like literally like AI slop,
Oh
but
Yeah, it
yeah.
would be. Yeah, for
on
sure.
because in a way that's what they were doing, not but by hand, which like I guess is a lot because that's an interesting period to me because you're forced to make something creative and has a story and should be that a lot that could easily make something like super weird and awesome. But I always think about that. I'm like, huh, they were like using movies to make money in a way that is like not like the primary focus is money, which I guess a lot of movies are, but it being like cheap is
It was
funny
a
to
small
me. You know what I'm
business.
saying?
It was
Yeah.
mom and pop movies,
Yeah, I
basically.
know. That's just such an interesting concept to me because like movies, we hold in such high regard. Like this is art, blah blah. And to think of it like, I would assume they were thinking about it more like running a hardware store or something like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming completely, but
I'm very attracted to that idea of making
yeah,
art as though you're running a
you what
hardware store.
you're
That's the
attracted to
Mike.
it, David?
I'm
Like
sexually
sexually?
attracted to it. Yeah.
That's kind of like
Um,
Roger Corman.
Yeah, it
yeah,
is. It
I
exactly.
is
like
100%.
have you guys seen Evil Bong? So I saw
Yeah,
Yeah.
Evil
yeah,
Bong and I saw Ginger Dead Man and I remember this
yes.
being like right by Pirates 2 Stagnati's Revenge. Speaking of like getting that Wilson red handprint on something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
that is all that video store core stuff that I'll never
Yes.
forget. Have you heard of
Carnosaur?
Divine Hammer? This is like just coming out
Nah.
now. It's
What is
about
that?
these two women that are obsessed with like gore images and real dead body images, and they meet online and they get
Uh,
very pissed about how there's no such thing as real gore. And then they like meet up with the goal of one of them's gonna like kill the other to finally put some real gore on the internet, and neither of them have it in them to kill the other. So they start making like very shitty fake gore movies and photos. And it is like that hardware store idea of like,
damn.
we like all the gore on the internet is fake. So we're going to make the best fake gore on the internet. It's not the best thing I've ever seen.
Is it a book or a movie?
It's a movie. It's called
Oh,
Divine Hammer. It's like in theaters at independent theaters right now. And they're just like churning through these ideas, and it's like shitty meat casing being covered up with
yeah.
old 2000s cameras, and they're not interested in even doing the best gore. It is like that hardware store idea of like we're gonna flood the internet with more fake gore of the two of us. It's sort of like
Mm-hmm.
the scenes in Ginger Snaps where they're doing,
Oh yeah.
but for a whole movie.
This sounds
Nice,
like
nice.
first one you expect too.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, that's a it's a book. Adam Caesar wrote that one. So now
What's it
he's
called?
the first one you expect. It was a Broken River book. He's doing really well now because he did Clown in a Cornfield.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
He's
So
see
great. I
did you
haven't.
see the movie?
I did. I really liked it.
Salem
And
saw it and like loved it and was like obsessed with it. And I was really shocked because it just, no offense, I didn't, it just seemed like a kind of run-of-the-mill slasher to
well,
me.
no, the thing about Adam, first of all, like one of the nicest dude. Like any good thing that happens to Adam is deserved because he's
He's just a
that good
nice
of a
man
dude. Yeah,
and
he's a nice
happy.
person. And normal. Like he didn't have to do all the weird shit that people think they have to do.
He
Um,
didn't have to get his hand switched surgically like that.
no, no, he didn't. He
No,
didn't.
he
He did
still
that.
has
He
a
did that
right
for
and
the
left
love.
hand.
Well,
No,
no, he
that's what
did
I
get him
fucking
switched.
like.
Oh shit.
He did get him switched, but it was for the love. He
Oh,
did
but
that
wait, he
before it was.
switched to
Oh,
like the direction of him, not like
Oh, right, right. I
so
forgot
when
about
he
that. Yeah.
so when he raises his hand, it's actually like backwards.
I
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Exactly.
And no,
Tom
and
Green. I'm the backwards man.
Yeah, I'm the backwards man. The backwards man. Um, but no, Adam wrote a book for Broken River called The First One You Expect, and it's about a uh like a horror convention where
yes.
this lady is I published this book 15 years ago, so now I don't know.
Well,
She's
it's this
killing people
dude,
for some reason.
who makes like B movies, and it's
That's
like
it. Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
girl next door meets Be Kind Rewind, but if it was like a horror convention dude, and he's
Hmm.
like this practical gore effects guy, and he meets this crazy bitch who's like, "What if we like fucking kill people?" And
Hmm. Hmm.
it's tight.
It's
It's called
great.
the first one you expect because there's no twist. It's like this
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
direction it's
That's
gonna
cool.
go.
That's cool. I
Hmm.
like that. It
Hmm.
sounds short.
It's
It
very
was really
short.
short, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 100 pages. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a short
Yeah.
book.
Kind of
But
in the miso soup.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And this guy is just he's being dragged along because she's hot and he's
Hmm.
horny,
Very
and
nice.
so he's kind of like okay,
Uh-oh. Then
like
I'm
whatever.
there.
raise your hand
Yeah,
if you that's happened to you.
couldn't be me.
Yeah, I'll do whatever, just keep me
Yeah,
in the room with you.
Yeah.
yeah. Gwen, what posters are on your wall? I can't quite tell.
Okay, so this is, have you seen Golden Boy?
No.
It's you guys, it's on
An
YouTube. You
anime?
gotta watch it. It's an anime. It's like 5 or 6 episodes. It's an OVA. It's about this
What does OVA mean?
what
What
Original video animation, I think, or something like that, right?
what's the difference between that?
It just means
It
it's
means
a
it's an anime.
yeah,
Oh.
it's like a little mini series type thing.
You said it's called
yeah,
Golden Boy?
Golden Boy. Yeah. So it's he's like his goal is to he's committed to his education. all he wants is to learn, and he wants to fuck the hottest woman alive, and he seems to meet the hottest woman alive every single day, and she always is actually like the boss at whatever job he's trying to get. So he's just like going through the town, and he starts at like a software design firm or whatever. And I think by the end of the series, he like helps put together a pilot of an anime, and it's like a
Mhm.
6 episode limited event thing. But he's this golden boy. He's this boy with like truly a heart of gold, and he's the horniest dude alive, and he's like sticking his face in toilets like freshly after pissed, or he's like
What?
getting the shit kicked out of him by these like women stepping out of like Ferraris. There's like a biker chick that's like dragging him around. It's awesome. It's one of the best things ever. So he's like a happy-go-lucky, horny boy who like changes the lives of like 100 women in a week, and then he becomes the best man to ever live and like an ultimate seducer and smart to boot. And then the one next to it is Malice Doll, and it's about these like
Mhm.
robot sex dolls that are like broken, and one of the broken robot sex dolls gets like, it's basically they're like trans women as is, and then they go to see this like rape demon inventor, and he makes this one more beautiful than the other, and he's like a spider monster, and he's just ripping her apart,
What?
and she becomes this new perfect sex doll. And then all the other sex dolls are like, I hate you, bitch, because you're better and fresher than us. So they like go to great lengths to like re-break her again. And it's this super, it's not janky, but it's like slow 3D animation. It's one of the best looking 3D anime. It's weird for its time. It's so sad. It has a great soundtrack. Malice Doll. Those are like my two posters on the wall. I've got an Apocalypse Confidential poster. I've got L'Argent. I've got El Topo. I've got a
Oh,
couple
El Topo.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Good.
from Manny for Expat
Nice,
Manny.
nice.
I've got Speed Racer. I don't know. I got some shit. I've got Catherine Breillat's Last Summer, Crumb, The Canyons,
This is great.
whole
I
bunch of.
the where you're sitting is like I would assume not. I mean I don't know if I didn't know you, I'd be like, wow, two posters. That's that's your that's not what I'd expect in a
You're
room.
just
And
getting
then
started.
yeah, exactly. And then when you revealed the rest of the room, I was like, now that's what I'm fucking talking about.
That's the stuff
The
Yeah.
shot
right
of like the
there.
hundreds of books just littered around. Yeah, no, this is the clean shot. And then if I move anything, you'll see my like den of filth where there's just like random erotic art and whatever lying
That's
around.
awesome.
You
Nice,
gotta watch
nice.
Malice Doll though. Golden Boy and
Ma
Malice Doll, those are side by side for a reason.
Malice
Malice Doll, you
doll?
can watch in under 2 hours. Fucking incredible.
Do you have those on your wall so when you wake up, that's the first thing you see?
Hmm.
No, the ones in
Oh, Malice
so
doll. I've seen this. This is crazy. Uh,
yeah,
Salem loves this. She's put this on before, and I never finished it.
It's that
But
smooth 3D look of
yes,
like the very first
whoa,
CGI
I love that. I love
movies.
when it's I love to use Gwen's word, I love when it's janky. Like
it's
when it doesn't
very.
look
I'm
right.
looking. I'm walking. It's all on YouTube right now. Wow, this does look amazing. You're right. Like literally, it just looks. It's very unique.
you should do an episode on it. I think
Okay,
you
well, if
would
you'll have to
enjoy
come
doing an
back.
episode on like Malice Doll and Golden Boy. Golden Boy, you would have so many good sex jokes to make. I mean, the way this guy, this kid, the toilet scene is like 5 minutes into the first episode, and it only gets weirder from that.
Have,
I'm sold. Yeah, I'm
have
sold
you
on that.
guys? This is relates. Have you guys ever seen that anime Seven Deadly Sins?
No.
Well, my friend was over and he put it on, and man, I don't know if it's like, well, the only anime I really watch is like Galaxy Express 999, and that's very like for like
Mhm.
kids, so it's not. And I think I don't know if they were like mainstream anime was like getting like sexual in the late 70s.
We still
I
need to watch that. I started watching it with the kids.
You got yeah. The problem is for the kids, it's like only subbed. and I feel like that's I don't know. It makes it harder to.
Yeah,
I wish it was dubbed so I could like have it on while I'm doing other shit, but
Rowan's just like they're speaking Spanish.
he needs he.
No,
I
dude,
wish it.
dude, my son. I was playing Silent Hill F, and I try to keep my son out of the room, but he walked in, and that game is amazing, by the way, highly recommended. Um,
Yeah, have you
and
played
they
it,
were
Gwen?
talking back and forth in Japanese, and my son literally said, "Why are they speaking evil Spanish?" I was
Whoa, that
like,
I knew you lost it, bro. That's a good one. Damn.
I was like, "That's Japanese." He's like, I don't know about that.
Evil
I don't
Spanish.
think you're right."
Why are they speaking evil Spanish?
I have to go to Evil Mexico for a trip, a big old business trip. That's what you're gonna hear one day, someone saying that, and you're gonna be like, "You stole that from my son, motherfucker."
I talked about Silent Hill F on this show last.
Last week.
I hadn't finished the game,
Oh
and
yeah.
it fucking it's fantastic. Best
Have,
Silent Hill game since the
have you played
original
it?
two.
Have you played it, Gwen?
No, I've only played I've played two, and I've played part of the first one, and I've played part of four.
And you played the remake, right?
I quit on the remake of two. I hated the remake of two.
It doesn't
Really?
feel right, right? Like I bought it and I also quit like 15 or 20 minutes in. It just
That
wasn't.
quick, really? How quick
Yeah.
did you quit, Gwen?
I got to the part where, so you do the first like jump, you go through the first hole where there's like basically a point of no
Yeah,
return.
I'm listening.
I did that whole jukebox segment. And then I had to fight like God, those fucking leg kicking things are coming at you from every direction. You have to kill them, and there's like four of them in one room with you. I like in Silent Hill 2 that the combat is janky and it's hard and you can like basically take no damage and brute
I
force.
don't think when I originally played Silent Hill 2, I don't think I fought very many things in
You
that
don't
game.
need to fight anything. You don't need to
Yeah.
fight the Silent Hill F I hear. Like you're a girl and you're an athlete and you can run away from stuff.
You
So
can run, yeah, but I
yeah.
fuck
So
them up in that game. I fucked them up. Had
yeah.
my
Silent
sled.
Hill F, and the F is for Phoenicia.
Yeah, yeah. I had my sledgehammer and I had my baseball bat, and I was fucking them up. It was fun. But go on.
So, okay, well, I do need to pick up F at some point, but I thought the Silent Hill 2 remake, I mean, I hate that over the shoulder shit. I liked the fixed camera angles. I feel like you
Do
lose
not
so
be
much
on,
of
bro.
what makes Silent Hill what it is. And then I didn't want to do a ton of combat. Like, if I wanted to play the Resident Evil 4 remake, I would play that, but I don't
Right.
go to Silent Hill for tons and tons of combat.
Gwen, listen.
They
Have you
even kind of
played?
made
Have you
him
played
look
Hollow
like
Body?
Hollow Body? No, what's that?
Okay, so it is a fixed camera angle, tank control, PS2 era survival horror cyberpunk game that was developed by an indie that came out a few years ago, I think. I've got it on Steam. I
Okay.
think you would super fuck with it. It's not, it's closer to like I would say Crow Country is more like Resident Evil 1,
Yes.
Silent Hill 1. This is more like Resident Evil 2 or Silent Hill 2.
This
But
bitch got a
it's
big booty.
in what, Hollow Body
Yeah.
or Crow Country? Yeah, yeah, she does.
that body
Um,
ain't too hollow.
but yeah, right. But actually, like listening to what you're talking, because like the game specifically warns you before you buy it. It says, "Hey, this has tank controls. Be forewarned. Like, don't go into this thinking that you're gonna be playing like whichever direction you want to go is you just point that way." So I think you would really. Do you have Steam? Do you do games on Steam?
I have Steam. I haven't played, but I'll find it one way or another and I'll pick it up. Is it only
Yeah.
on the PC?
Right now it's only on PC. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I have
But
a
You
yeah,
Mac, but I'll figure it out.
you said it's called Hollow Body?
Hollow Body. Yeah, get you one of these.
I want
This
to
Holla,
is
get a
holla
Steam Deck or
booty.
whatever. I want to because I want to play like all those fucked up visual novels. I need to
Yeah.
actually get
Yeah,
one of
like
those things so I
Higuraku, like when they cry,
Higurashi, bro.
Higurashi when they
That's
cry. Yeah,
Salem's
yeah.
favorite.
That's the person who wrote Silent Hill F, by the way.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
Ryukiyo 7.
That
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
that's how I felt about fucking Life. I was like, what? That's such a weird career. I can't get over it of doing that movie and then writing half of, or I don't know how much he wrote of it. I would be
He wrote the
fascinated
whole
to know
thing, I
the.
think.
Well, he
Right?
co-wrote it with,
Sweary.
yeah.
So with Swery.
No, no, I'm talking about
Anal Life?
Deadly Premonition, not.
Oh yeah. It's Goda and Sweary
Yeah,
together, I think.
yeah, yeah. Which is,
Yeah.
I wonder what I would be fascinated to see, like what, how that. If writing a video game to me in general is like how, there's so many ways to
That's where I
tackle that.
wanna that's where I wanna end up. I wanna write a
Well,
video game so
if I
bad.
ever am in the position to write a video game, I feel like that's the, and if I'm going to video game, I want to go hard. So I would hire all my friends who are good, right? Like you guys, literally all three of you, and it'd just
Hmm.
be like creating that, you know what I mean? Because a video game, there's so much you can write. You know what I mean? There's so
Hmm.
many little like corners. It's so cool. That's why I like Deadly Premonition so much because I'm like, it feels like a novel a little bit
It
with,
does, yeah. It does. It's
uh,
very novelistic in that
and
way.
and and you'd think, okay, yeah, most open worlds would feel like that. That's not true. Like Saint Row doesn't feel like a novel. Like I'd say maybe Red Dead Redemption 2, from what I've played, has that quality a little bit, and it feels like they were really going for that. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like an
You
epic.
need rails for it to feel like a novel.
Yeah,
Like you have to
yeah.
have rails of
Yeah.
some kind. And even though Deadly Premonition is ostensibly an open world game, it's on rail. I mean, the story
Yeah.
is pretty much on rails. So,
It,
I like that you get a daily wage. I think like
yeah.
everything about even when you're avoiding what you're supposed to be doing, there's no way to really do it because of the Twin Peaks framing.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, and I think going like I'm also whenever I do like kind of carry this thing with me, I play No More Heroes on it, which is you know, yeah, I mean what's funny about No More Heroes is that in No More Heroes 3, the Travis actually has a podcast where he talks about Miike movies. And our friend Fella, friend of the show, uh pointed that out to me. He's like, there's a game that basically has Agitator in the game. And so that's what got me down that rabbit hole. But the relationship between Suda and Swery is very interesting to me because I've always kind of felt like Swery is a he's much more liberal with what he takes like uh so Suda has influences obviously, right? Obviously. And he works with them. And Swery is much more like, I'm just gonna lift this and move it over. And so the fact that they work together on Hotel Barcelona,
Have you
which
played that?
I have not played yet, but it's very interesting to me. And much like Deadly Premonition, it's sitting at about a 50% of people who, because it's got this mechanic where if like when you die,
That looked weird.
yeah, when you die, your previous run is like going alongside you, right?
Like you can see it,
Yeah, it's like a ghost
oh,
that's
it's like
moving alongside
opacity.
you.
It's like down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like a weird
What the
see-through
fuck?
ghost thing. And so that's like the gameplay mechanic and you can manipulate that in ways like you can play through it in a certain way and then you die and then your next playthrough like you're working with your ghost in tandem to kind of finish the level and it's just replaying exactly
Sounds
what
kind of
you did.
interesting.
Um but it has, it's all the same thing. It's janky, it's derivative, it's all these things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fucking in.
This one looks
Let's go.
like a mobile game to me. Is it not? Is it?
It's not, no, no, it's a
But like it's what it looks like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it
right.
looks like
Swery did this one also that I have on my PS5 actually. It's like a girl main
The
protagonist.
Missing the Story of J.J. Macfield.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
I played
Yeah.
that, yeah. That's also
Yeah.
like you die a bunch and the way you die influences things and you're like the
Right. And
twist is you're like an immortal trans woman. He's
right.
obsessed with trans women.
He is really, yeah, it seems to be a theme throughout his work, which,
um
yeah, let's talk about that in Deadly Premonition too. This had some kind of like Very Silence of the Lambs influenced,
Okay.
right? Instead of finding the moth cocoon in the mouth, he finds a red seed. There's uh, Deadly Premonition 2 has like a
Dude,
literal Clarice Starling
Yes.
clone
that
in it.
can we talk for a second about the cover? The original cover for Deadly Premonition sets up such a different game. It
Yeah,
looks like
it
it
looks like
looks
a
like
new
way more
metal cover.
horror. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like
Mhm.
Saw or something. It looks like
It
it's
does
going
look
to
like
be
Saw.
way
I think
because
Saw was probably big at that point, which
I'm sure it was.
I love this thing too, again, about copying and just being like, what's popular right now? Okay, that's the package we're gonna put it in.
Yeah.
It's not that at all, but we don't
I mean,
care
David, in our
because
group chat, we were talking about the other day, the like mock-up book covers you were sending
yeah,
were basically essentially doing that, right?
I made like new covers for my books with AI and they were
Yeah.
fantastic. And I don't know what to do with that. I can't put the AI covers out because everybody will hate me.
Yeah,
but
they
they're
will.
also fantastic. Like they're really good. And
And for what you wanted to achieve, which I assume it was like Kindle, like it would be so perfect for
be
blowing
so
up on
perfect.
like the Kindle
Yeah.
store, because
You know
and I
that
don't mean this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kelly.
all those like Kindle bestsellers, the Amazon writers who just they put out books and they make millions of dollars and nobody ever
Hmm.
hears about them because that's just what they do. They use AI for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I was just
do.
gonna say, do you think they give a and that's I don't know. It comes down to like what you want. Gwen, what's your opinion on AI in that context, like
And then we'll
using
get
it?
back to the trans
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah,
yeah.
Oh, we're both barrels.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
AI and
Trans and
trans.
AI.
Let's
You
go.
know,
Trans,
we like to keep
Yeah.
it light.
So like I think AI is really fascinating. I liked the use of like the Dolly 2 stuff and aggro drift. I thought when it looked
uh,
Yeah, that was
like
great.
marble columns
I
or
love
the
that movie so
bodies
much.
of whales. I thought it was neat in Baby Invasion. Is Harmony Korine like a total fucking idiot so many times? Sure, but like me too. And I think there are a
Mhm.
lot of people that can like sometimes you just gotta shoot your shot and try. And like I loved aggro drift. I loved
I
aggro.
loved it too. I thought Baby Invaders was a really great burial music video. That's what I
I
Yeah,
treated it as.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So those things, like those use AI and I know it and I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I like watching Connor O'Malley videos. I'm not gonna debate if he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna do some like Audrey Lorde, you can't dismantle the master's house with the master's tools thing. Like sometimes that AI shit is funny. I think Tung 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 Sahur is hilarious.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the fact that there's like the Italian brain rot shit is wild. The fact that people make all these like horrific videos about like nasty interpersonal conflicts starring like fruit.
I
I
love the fruit
think
videos where like
it's
the strawberry gets impregnated by the eggplant.
Oh
It's
yeah,
yes,
fantastic. Yeah.
that
yes.
shit is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. And back in the day, like I'm saying back in the day, but it was like 2024. Do you remember meow 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 meow
Yes.
Yeah.
meow
Yeah.
meow meow meow?
Well,
That was the most tragic shit I've ever seen.
Kelby shared one where like water bottles were cheating on each other. And
Yeah, and that
it's
happens
literally
every
reverted.
day. That happens every
Yeah.
day, and no one gives a fuck about it. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and so
They call
AI,
it the Nestle problem. Yeah. No, but like with the water bottle, it's so funny because it literally just reverts us to when we were children. And you could take two water bottles and be like, they're gonna fight. This is the dragon and this is the warrior, and and we just took that and we put adult problems on these inanimate objects. Like, uh-oh, the strawberry's been seeing the eggplant a bit. Now the strawberry mom is having her son's eggplant friend sleep over. And then
and I don't like this whole demonizing strawberries thing. That's
well, they are, Nikki, they are whores. All
well,
strawberries are whores.
well, call me a whore lover because I'll sit here right here now and eat four
You'll suck
cartons
on some of
without
those
blinking.
strawberries. You
Oh,
don't
we
give a
Suck,
know.
fuck.
suck, crunch, munch, whatever, however you want to put it.
Dude,
Puree, put it
he'll
in an
have
acai bowl,
he'll
cover
have
it
strawberries in
with
fucking
yogurt.
every
No,
hole, dude. Every hole full
straight
of
strawberries,
strawberries.
nothing, and I eat it up to the leaf.
Dude,
So
Nikki will be airtight with strawberries, dude.
yeah, I mean, if you give me like 13,000 pounds of strawberry, and we invent some way to inject, like, the perfect strawberry is it has a little bit of white on it. It's firm.
It's a little
I li-
sour. It's a little
a little
sour.
sour, yeah, a little bit sour, but still has that incredible, just, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm getting fired up seeing that. Um, bro, okay, wait.
But
So,
yeah, hold
and
on.
another AI thing. Wait, go ahead.
No,
I'll add this
no, no,
later.
no. Go ahead, because I was gonna change the subject.
Okay, this is my last thing on AI. I really, and I know it's mostly any AI content at this point is like rage bait, and it sometimes works on me. You know what I mean? Where they're like serious about it. The one that I always think is funny is like the new Beastmaster movie is coming out, and it had 100 billion blah 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 budget. I made this amazing masterpiece for $500 in less
I
than three
fucking hate
hours.
that dumb
And
shit.
but then a funny version of that I saw today was him being like that money could have they made for the movie could have went to a way better cause. And then you watch the video and it's like, bro, this isn't a movie. It's like a 5 minute like
Yeah.
AI image thing, and
I
it's
like the
kind of
one where
like
it's like
stupid.
it's like Tom Cruise fighting Chris Hemsworth. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
checkmate Hollywood, and it looks like
Yeah, I
shit.
know.
It's just dog shit.
Bro, actually, but sometimes it does get me because Salem showed me a video yesterday that I literally had no idea. It was so fucking bizarre. Have you ever seen those YouTube videos where it's like, if you can name uh two presidents who each uh kissed a dolphin, I'll give you $1, or I'll let you buy anything in the store.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
those
Right,
are,
right.
and so it was a guy doing that, but it was with deceased rapper XSX and Toshion's
Tentacion.
son,
Yep,
his
yep.
son, and it was like he was like, "I love my daddy, I miss my daddy," and all this shit, and it was like so fucking weird. And I was like, "Why would they do that to this poor kid?" And Tim was like, "That's AI." I was like, "What?" And then I
Damn,
rewatched
that
it. I
sounds
was like,
evil.
"Yeah, it is AI," but it was fucking crazy. But
I
that's
watched like 20 interviews with kids with Down syndrome before realizing they were all AI.
yeah,
There's like
bro.
a super
I
innocuous one where it's people. You ever seen those videos where like the dogs pick their owner?
I
And
see. Yep,
like they'll
yep.
let the pound dog out and it runs to the owner and it like
That's what
picks a
they call you,
person
bro.
and
Pound
people are
dog.
like, yeah, they do call me that. Uh,
Pound-
those are all AI. Like those aren't real. Like if you ever see a video where like a dog runs to a person and they're like, "Oh my God, the dog chose me," and they start
Yeah.
crying and the dog's going crazy, like that's not real.
Bro, because if you think about, and I know this is old at this point, but think about 3 years ago or like 4 years ago when it was literally like the fucked up, like looks like Francis Bacon, it all looked like Francis Bacon paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith spaghetti, dude.
Yeah, Will Smith, and I
Yeah.
like that shit. I was kind of sad because like, damn, like I want to make sure that looks like that. It's gonna be called AI. No, not anymore. You can definitely get away with
Yeah,
it
now it
now.
just looks like a real person. Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
great. So,
bruh.
Deadly Premonition, very, very trans themes in the game.
I haven't
They're
got there yet. I'm
they're
excited to.
dudes dressing up as chicks. They're chicks who are kind of too too spirited or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like let's talk about that a little. Like what is Swery's obsession with like the trans? Did it start off as a we mentioned Silence of the Lambs and I brought that up to say that that stage of transness is like looking at it like this is some fucking weird shit.
Mm.
And I feel like Swery's kind of still in that mode. So Gwen, what do you think about all that?
And it's funny to bring up like Silence of the Lambs because Buffalo Bill was hitting home runs for me to just play in the graveyard of that paraphilia. And
Hmm. Hmm.
that was she a great big fat lady? I walk up to anyone in the bar and they're like, "You really doing this? Come home with me, get in the hole." No, but so like and there's all this talk about is that like the worst thing ever done or like Dress to Kill is like a joke told so well it just makes you want to die, but it's also really and it's this is Deadly Premonition is very Dress to Kill because like Thomas's character is totally fish. At the end of it you have the like dead Thomas in the wig, dead Thomas out of the wig. Both times she is one of the queens of the forest. All
Yeah.
the dead women are dead women. Um, Tom.
I like the little faggy run they give him too at the
Oh
beginning.
yeah,
Yeah, like
horrible. I mean, it is the, and he's got the like wrist, and he's always
yeah,
like touching himself weird, and
yeah,
he's
yeah.
deferential to George in a way where you're like, is this really what it is? And then it totally is.
Mhm.
Um, Anyone who hates Deadly Premonition for that shit, if they're like other trans women that are like, he's like a weirdo who got it all wrong, they can say it if they want. I think it's interesting to tell a story. Basically, it's a story about a bunch of repressors.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
George has this repressed sexuality because his mother did sexually abuse him. Like what she did was
Who,
explicitly
George,
sexual.
the
Yeah,
sheriff?
Yeah.
his mom like would like it was like you got to be a good boy type, like smack his wiener with a ruler type shit.
And so
Yeah.
he has scars all over his face.
Right, because they
So
have
she
the
would
bat
put
in
her heel
that
in through
scene.
his face,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
So
I
she
think is
was
the heels is so interesting. And then he's got the scars on his back. But like, so
See,
he
this is not Twin Peaks. Like David did not go there. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and I feel like other pieces
That's
of
true. Yeah,
media.
Twin Peaks had David Duchovny. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, but it was like I wasn't even saying that. I was saying David Lynch didn't.
Oh, so many Davids. Too many.
No.
and David
Yeah.
Duchovny was good.
Let's get rid of one right now.
Like David Duchovny, the Fix Your Hearts or Die, all that is pretty straight up and down, and like this is a good character, and you need to accept it with Denise. And I think
Mm.
Swery is fine being like, there's tons of evil fags, which is true.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like
As
the
do we know anything on is he
Hmm.
like straight? Like just like
I think he's straight.
yeah.
I think he's totally like a straight guy, and he's
He
got a
probably has a great time in Thailand, if you know what I'm saying.
You know what the 65 stands for?
No,
It's
I don't. Give me
65 is like a 69, but it's a trans person. Yeah.
It could be.
I'm trying to do a
Truthfully I don't
65
know.
tonight.
And no, 65 stands for his favorite number because
That's
he
it.
loves
Uh,
yeah, because he loves he probably loved this race car that went so fast because
what
it was
is the number? So
65.
I know that the number thing with Suda is because it's Goichi Suda, which Go
I
and
feel like he
Ichi
copied him and
are
just
five
wanted a
one.
number name too.
That's what I think too. Yeah.
I
So
think low key
so
that's what I think.
Suda 51 makes sense because Goichi Suda, which is his actual name, is Goichi 51 Suda. But then I think the rest of them, I
uh,
think the number shit just took off after, and I think Swery 65 was like the first one to be like, again, just takes. He's like, no, I like that. I'm doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Now my name has a number too, bitch. What are you gonna do about it?
Suda
Yeah.
that's
51,
exactly what
Seven,
kind of
Swery
thought.
65.
Hmm.
What's that?
Suda 51, Ryukishi 07, and then Swery 65. Like he's like, there's two, let's make it an even three, like we're the three
Yeah,
musketeers.
there
Hmm.
has to be.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's the other one?
Ryukishi,
Su-
the one that wrote Higurashi and
Oh, are they
Umideko.
friends?
I think all
yeah.
those guys do know each other. Like I think they drink.
I know Swiri and Suda are friends like that. Like that's
Oh yeah,
confirmed.
of course. Yeah, yeah. They made the game together.
Yeah,
So
true. But you know what's interesting about that? That's a really recent game, and they haven't done anything. But that's kind of cool.
yeah,
That's
I brought
now.
this up on the show numerous times, and sorry for listeners who've heard me say this before, but I saw I used to watch a YouTube series where the writer of Monster
Mhm.
Like,
would interview mangaka, and I noticed a trend where whenever he would ask them about their influences, they would never he would be like, this manga is very similar to this one. Was it an influence to you? And they'd be like, oh no, no, no. And I remember seeing, maybe it was on like a Reddit or some random message board or something, but somebody was like, yeah, in Japan you don't talk about that kind of thing. Like you don't mention your influences. You show respect to everybody, obviously, and you say like my
mm,
team was great. And if you mention the influence, you say, "Oh, that's fantastic. It's a masterpiece, all this." But the question, did you lift this? It's kind of like a gauche question. Like you don't say anything about it. You're like,
mm.
I don't know what you mean. So again, I don't know if that's true, but it makes a lot of sense for a lot of East Asian art. where it's like you just don't talk about like where the where the thing came from. It's like a
Yeah.
weird question. And I think my whole point in bringing that
It's
up,
like asking Jet Li, "Are you Jackie Chan?" And he's like, "Oh, no."
he's like, yeah, kind of. Depends if it's night or day. But
and
Jet
then
Li,
he
by the way,
might
has a
jump.
fantastic YouTube series out right now with his daughter, who acts as like kind of a translator for him because his English isn't the best. But it's just like just daily life with Jet Li. And he
Really?
talks,
His
he
English
talks
isn't
about
the best.
it's not
Cradle to the grave.
It's kind of weird that he named his daughter Curiosity.
Curiosity Lee.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Ritual?
Yeah, I have.
That's
With
that's Steven Seagal's daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Huh.
That's
like
pretty cool. Oh, but real quick before I forget. So my whole point with bringing up that influence and not mentioning it shit, I think
mm,
Western artists should be more like that.
I agree.
I think we should rip things off shamelessly and then make them our own. And then when people
And then
talk about like, hey, the first part of your book is like it's exactly John Wick or whatever, right? You like, I don't know what you mean. That's a masterpiece. I love that movie, but no.
and then if you want to hear the real shit that we're inspired by, you can pay $5 a month on
Yeah,
patreon.com/agitator.
you
And
could do that.
you could get the insight into our brain and working and our
The
tangents and
inside scoop.
Yeah, we're trying
yeah.
to get Nikki on payroll, so we need to make $1,000 more a month.
Yeah, everybody who signs up now, that goes to the Nikki Fund.
Sign up, sign
Oh
up, sign
shit,
up.
I need money.
Agitator.
Don't we
$5,
all?
$10.
Thank you
hmm
guys.
Yeah,
We could all use a
Nikki
couple more
works at the
dollars.
library. That's a volunteer
Bro,
job.
I think I'm gonna become a teacher though, low
Oh
key.
yeah. You'd be
Yeah.
a
And
great teacher.
and teach
Thank you.
people how to be gay.
I well, I'm gonna I was thinking elementary school, so I'm
Oh,
gonna hold
hey,
off
that's
on
where most
that.
of them are right
S-
now.
s-
Most of them are indoctrinating our children right now.
I
So,
won't be indoctrinating. I'll be giving them like Andy's mints. I'm bringing Andy's mints back, like, cause
oh,
that
okay.
shit that low key fell off in last couple of generations. But I had a
Man,
grandma,
I
old
hate it when
Italian
things low key
grandma.
fall off. I hate that shit.
Cause my
So,
old Italian grandma used to pump everyone in the neighborhood with Andy mints,
She
and
used to
now
just
we don't
fucking
got.
fill them up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now we don't got a pusher anymore. Like they're all.
Where's the dope man? She's
and
not there no more.
Andy's mints make me think of hotels.
What about
Yeah,
this? What about this?
definitely.
What about this? Andy's nuts, right?
Andy's
Oh
Right?
nuts.
my
Right?
God. No, that's a
Think
shock. No, that's a
think
shocking
about
one.
that. Think about that. Oh,
And what?
I didn't mean to shock you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. When it hits hard.
Yeah.
So I'm just recently employing this prisoner, and like there's a program up
Like
here where the prison,
he's
yeah, the
in
prison,
prison right now. He's
yeah, he's in
working
prison,
work release thing.
he's working for me.
Yeah.
um and I don't even know if I should say anything because I don't want to blow up his idea. They have this great program where like you can get grants if you're a felon and you have a business idea, and he has a really great business idea. So since this is on Patreon, I'm gonna
Yeah.
spoil his business idea.
No, dude, don't blow him up like that, bro. Like tell
Uh,
us after we
it's really
stop.
good. No, I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell.
tell us
Yeah, I'm
after
gonna
the
tell y'all
recording.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got
So
respect.
Because
sorry for the
he might
listeners. That was really boring.
he
But
might
Andy's mints.
he might kill you. Like
No,
he
it's
might
really. He was telling me about it today, and I was like, bro, that's a really great idea. You're gonna get like $500,000 for
And
your
and
he's
people
grant.
don't get this.
what
People do
what's
this
he
all
in
the time.
what's he
Like
in
people
prison
have
for?
ideas and like they're fantastic ideas and then they just don't do them. And then they become the person who was like, I had that idea first when somebody else does it. Like people don't realize you can just do things. If
Yeah,
your
just
idea
do
is
it.
like for a new type of mint or
For
whatever this
sure.
guy's
I
idea is,
should have gone to prison. I'm gonna encourage my kids to go to prison when they're young, so that
yes,
then they can
yes.
get these felon grants and
I
that
feel
they
that way
can.
about the
The
military.
felon
They
grant is
raised
crazy.
the
I didn't. Is that a nationwide thing or just Georgia?
I don't know. I had never heard of it before. Texas, I feel like hell no. We'd be like, you went to
no, you
prison,
don't get
bitch.
shit. No.
Felon grant
You
But
is
work for
dude,
crazy.
free now.
I think about this because they raised the age to join the military to 42, so I
Mhm.
could do it if I
Yeah,
wanted
I'm
to.
thinking of joining the
Bro,
military.
I
my
was thinking
friend right
about it,
now,
kind of.
I think I told you guys last week, like my homeboy from like back in the day moved back and it's his whole plan is to join the army in December, and I'm like, damn,
It's a
like,
good idea. I have
and
so
I
many
mean, I've
friends
he's
been
right
20,
shot and
now.
stabbed, and
he's
I have nothing
29,
to show
and I'm
for
like
it.
that,
I could
yeah.
get like a, a
No,
monthly thing
Oh
from the
no,
Nikki,
government.
your 29-year-old friend is absolutely correct because I have like I can count on both hands the amount of friends I have right now who joined the military.
yeah,
They didn't do shit when they were there.
yeah.
They
No, I
sat.
know.
It was jarhead shit. And then you
Yeah,
get out. You say you have a disability. Like
you
I
don't even have to say you have a disability, bro. You get 3K a year, just like
my buddy Jamil said that like he couldn't get it up, and they
you're
like
joking.
he's
Premonition.
yeah,
Deadly
exactly. I'm not
Premonition.
joking. He gets $5,000 a month from
Because
the
he
That's
can't
military.
get it up?
That's
For
it. That's all he had to
erectile
say.
Five
He
dysfunction?
grand a
got
month?
he got a hundred
Fuck.
He,
percent disability because he said his back hurts and he can't get it up.
because
I'm
And
a
honestly
goat
thinking
fucked him
about
when he
let's
was
see,
in
let's
Afghanistan.
let's see what it's like when December rolls around. But
which
like I,
if it was, I mean, like I would
but
do
low
the
key,
exact same thing. I'd be like, I
I,
can't,
I'm
I
f-
don't.
I'm fucked because I got flat feet.
I'll see you at Camp Lejeune.
Let's go. We're all joining the army, dude. Let's
Fuck
go.
it. I don't know.
Are we all under 40?
I'm
Yeah,
29 and I don't
yeah.
have
With
marijuana conviction, so
you do or don't.
Man,
well, you're allowed to have one now. You
you're
can
allowed
be
to have one
42
and
with one marijuana conviction.
You can
yeah, you're
have
allowed
flat
to.
feet too because they
Okay.
have
They don't
The
Dr.
care.
Scholl's.
They need cannon fodder. Like
the
all we would
I'm
do is
not
just
gonna
get
be
sent to the
Ken.
front line
I'm gonna be the shoulder toucher where I go up and I say, "You're doing great, killer."
yeah, and you just immediately get domed. Just like
No, 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 no. I duck, and then the bullet bounces off of a tree that I went and I did a shoulder touch to, and I said, "You're gonna be reflective," and then it bounces back and it hits
and
someone else in the
kills
no, no killing. I'm
kills
anti-kill.
an Iranian child.
No,
And then they give you a medal. You're like, that kid was a terrorist. He was.
yeah, he may have been, but what I'm trying to get at is, dude, the
Everybody has their
army.
reasons.
The
I
army is doing a whole new initiative called Army bounce house, and I'm not gonna go into it further because I think it's fucked up and nasty and disgusting. But a lot of people are really into Operation Bounce House. So
in the army, I'm gonna be the guy with the airbrush who's making t-shirts. I'm gonna be
and
like
and,
the
and putting them on the jets, like the
be
sexy
like
girl on the jets.
I'm finna put you on a t-shirt. No, I'm just gonna like
Oh, and then they're gonna start calling you Big T,
yeah, big T. They gonna call me double XL.
double X.
Alexa,
That's what I'm
double
talking
explosive.
about. Double
Yeah,
X.
double XL.
Bro. The army, I don't know. Wait, okay, back to Deadly Premonition. Gwen, I know you do not like the second one, right?
I think the second one is like
Apparently it's worse, like it does not it works even like less well than the OG one, which is crazy to me because I'm like, what how is that possible? It doesn't look much better to me.
it looks worse, it plays worse. It's kind of the same story because it's about a single family. There's weird
Really?
stuff. Yes, they're kind of the same game. Like in the first Deadly Premonition, it is all about George Woodman's family and how George destroys basically five more women's lives. And
Right.
Deadly Premonition 2, it's about
God, I'm looking at it right now and the graphics look
Mitchell.
really bad.
No, the graphics are actually my favorite part of that game.
Yeah, but they look
It's
so strange. Why does he have like a Gen Z boy haircut?
so in the first, well, okay. In the first game, it's riffing on Twin Peaks. The second game is riffing on
True
True
Detective?
Detective.
Yep, that's
Yeah.
what I thought.
Yeah.
Because it's in
Yeah.
New Orleans. I was like, okay, that's kind of sick.
hmm
And
hmm
then Gwen was like, I didn't like it. I was like, interesting. Like I
I
didn't want to know more until I played the game a little bit more to get you know what I mean, to get a feel for.
the game genuinely sucks, but it's got a lot of
It's
cool
cool you
shit
can
too.
ride a skateboard though.
It's a lot wackier than the first game.
Is it?
Um, and a lot of people didn't vibe. That's the part that I did vibe with. I liked the story of it a lot, but it's a completely broken game. Like
Yeah,
it
I
just
saw on
doesn't
his
play.
Wikipedia page, he's like they put the game out with me even like knowing it wasn't finished. I was like, what?
Hmm.
Yeah, he did say that. And then they did like a frame rate fix, but it's only half a fix. I think it could be a great game if there was a way. It seems like the story's kind of fully wrapped, like it's a 1-2 punch. I
Right?
want to love Deadly Premonition 2 in the way I love the first one. I mean, the trans woman is like a bomb maker arsonist. She's my
Hmm.
letterbox profile photo. That
Hmm.
game impact on it's and it has been since I made the account. It had a
Wait, I
huge
don't know if I follow you
impact
on Letter.
on me.
What can would do you want to reveal your username publicly
It's
or like?
Quenergy.
Oh, I think I do then.
There's a
Uh,
whole thing in Deadly Premonition 2 where you have to go on this quest for a preacher, right? And the
mhm.
preacher asks you to get like three items. I had to do a walkthrough to figure out how, like, you have to shoot squirrels and do all this other shit. And then you go back to him, and he's like, okay, I need three more items. And then you put all those together and you bring it to him, and he's like, okay, now I've got this thing for you. And he made you like a little bongo drum set,
Hmm.
and it doesn't have anything to do with anything, like nothing at all, right? And so there's a certain level, the game winks at you too because not York, but Zach.
Mhm.
He's uh well no, he's back to being York in this one, right? Because it's a prequel. So
He's
he is
It's a
York.
prequel?
both and. It's both and. It's a prequel
It's
and
both
a
and
sequel.
yeah, yeah. So the true detective part
Oh.
is that you're talking to Zach
And
as he's
and
like
is
an
the
old.
True Detective part a prequel or a sequel?
Well, no, so like you know how True Detective is framed. So in Deadly Premonition
Yeah,
2, you meet Zach and he's old like Matthew McConaughey in the show, and he's like
right.
smoking cigarettes and
Matthew McConaughey looks so fucking dope in that show, especially as
yeah,
the old.
well, Zach looks fucking crazy in
Yeah.
this one. Um,
I
but
don't even understand the whole Zach stuff yet, so that's
so
They're
good.
two separate people, but they're the
I
same person.
Yeah, I heard he's like obsessed with like DID, and he has another game that's about that kind of like the weird like Xbox Connect one. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like Deadly. It also has Deadly in the title.
you talking about D4?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, D4. D4 is something. I think D4 was time travel. I didn't play that one, so I don't know.
you
I
never
don't
got.
know that one looked weird because it literally I think a big mechanic of it is like that weird Xbox like Connect thing. I may be wrong.
I think you're right about that. No. But anyway,
Don't connect with
so
me.
the game does like this wink wink nudge nudge thing where you're going on these quests and York will be like, this seems really pointless. This he actually says at some points like this is like a fetch quest. And it is, but that doesn't make it any less insane that you're doing all this shit for no fucking reason, you
And that
know?
makes it more annoying on some like Deadpool shit. I'm like, okay, bro, like
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's like, oh,
Like,
we know we're wasting your time, but you know,
and it's
but
not good. What do
and
you
it's
think
not good.
happened? Why? So you think, why do you think they gave him the money to make a second one and then it just wasn't supported and it was just, you'd
It's
think all that
probably
time
just
later it would be like some Twin Peaks The Return shit, but no,
right, right, right. Well, I think that I think it's a couple of things. I think that people like Suda and Swery need a good team around them. Like I played
for
and
sure.
loved Romeo is a Dead Man, the new Suda game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
What,
fantastic. It's great.
what do you think separates them from who's the Death Stranding and because there's a
Kojima?
similar
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think makes him like the top
Well,
level?
I think actually it's a matter of scale for what I'm about to get to with the difference
Mm,
between Swery and Suda. So Suda in an interview about Romeo is a Dead Man, he said the whole team had input on it and we took the best ideas and ran with that. And so the level up system in Romeo is a Dead Man is amazing because you play this 8-bit arcade game where you move around a maze and
mm,
you eat little icons like a Pac-Man, but you can only move as far as your XP allows you to move. Once you've depleted your XP, you can't go any further. So you have to choose which paths you take, whether you want to get the cherries or the sword or, to level up your dex or your strength or whatever. And he was like, that was like an intern that had that idea and he took that and ran with it. And he's like, so it's very much a collaborative effort. And so I think with somebody like, I think Swery's very similar to that. And I think Kojima's very similar to that as well, where if Swery doesn't have like a team around him that's doing like the work of
Mm.
actually making the game, you get Deadly Premonition 2. And I think with Kojima, since he has budgets that are in the $100 million range, he's got a staff of 100 people. And I think all three of these artists are very open creators. I think they're very open to like, I trust your expertise in this area, so I'm going to hand that over to you. And there's apocryphal stories about like, Metal Gear 4 and how it was only like the first quarter of the game that he finished and he had this grand vision for it. And that may or may not be true, but I think that if Kojima had been like more tyrannical with his development boss status, I think that game would have sucked dick. I think it was because he had a team that was like, we're gonna make each level make sense, right? I think the same thing is true of five because that was I think five was claimed to only be the first quarter of what he had planned for the whole thing. Like these guys need teams to rope them in. And I think with Swery, since he's working on the lowest budget of the three that we're talking about, he kind of gets whoever he's working for. Like Suda has Grasshopper Manufacture, and he's built that into a nice little mid-level company where he can attract talent. And Swery's just fucking he's thugging it out in the gutters, dude. So like whoever he gets is who he get. No disrespect to the people who make these games, but as Trump said, they're not bringing their best. And I think that's what happens. I think all three of them are geniuses that I would put on an even playing field. But
Yeah.
I think budget has a lot to do with it.
And Swery doesn't seem to make a whole lot of games like these other
Hmm.
Suda seems to be bit more prolific, and I wonder why that is. I've never played a Suda game. I want to play the Silver Briefcase. That looks really weird
The
and
Silver
cool.
Case is great. 25th Ward is great too. Um,
What
uh,
I
all
know
the
Gwen,
no
you really like the Silver Case, right?
I love Silver Case and 25th Ward. I love Flower, Sun, and Rain. I
I
think
did
that
not play that one. I
trilogy
want
is
to though.
really incredible.
I
You,
can't
it's
I
worth
can't
getting
find
a
it.
DS emulator and just
It
Okay.
playing
was a
on
DS
your
game.
computer.
Yeah,
It,
I
wow.
can't find it on Steam, so I basically have to wait. I wait for them to go on Steam sales. But I've played through the No More Heroes games.
Great
I'm
game.
playing part one right now, just as like my comfort game. And then
Yeah,
Shadows of
that's
the
what I heard.
Damned is fantastic.
So fun. The Hot
Yeah,
Bone, Garcia Hotspur. Oh
yeah,
my gosh, what a wonderful game.
yeah. In fact, in terms of like my
What game
own
did you say,
writing,
David?
Shadows of the Damned.
Oh, cool.
In terms of my
Uh,
own writing, I don't compare something like God's Fair No Better to like other writing. I'm like it's like a Suda 51 game. Like I really feel
that's
a
cool
kinship with
though.
that guy.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we work in different mediums, but we're the exact same person. Um, but yeah, so I try to play as much of his stuff as I got Lollipop Chainsaw recently. I
Very
haven't played it
fun.
yet. I haven't played that one yet, but I'm super stoked for it.
Bro, you know
I
what's
have
crazy
oh
about
I
that?
have
James Gunn co-wrote that. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
He did, yeah. But the my one of my favorites, which is slept on a little bit, is Killer is Dead.
Oh yeah, with the romance scenes and you do the dating
You gotta
and
like
you
look at
have
chicks'
to like
boobs and
ogle
stuff.
women
What?
and not get
Yeah,
caught, and then the boss fights are grueling, and it
yeah.
feels like your fucking hand is breaking to just get
Man.
like the
So
game on the
you know what's so much of him? He is such like a. I know he has other games, but all of his games look very PS3 to me.
Dude,
Like
Killer is Dead is my favorite of all of them.
of all of them.
Of all of them, yeah.
Okay, wow.
Killer 7 is right after that. And then I would
he's got a
put
lot of kill.
probably like probably the Silver Case after that.
The Silver Case,
Um,
what even is that really?
it's a
I
visual
don't.
novel,
Yeah,
basically.
it looks
Yeah.
like beautiful.
It
Hmm.
is. It's he wanted to make visual novels as visually compelling as possible. So there's like a bunch of crosstalk and chatter running on the screen at all times, and
You know,
everything is
Gwen, what it
picture in
reminds me of a little
picture.
bit that what
You
I've
know, like
seen. Yeah, yep. It does. It has the like intense, just so much going on, but
Oh,
like
and then Romeo's a Dead Man. That's up there. That's actually in the top three. I'd
you
put
like
Romeo's a
it.
Dead Man in the top three.
David,
Yeah, my son,
you're on a good game kick, bro.
I'm totally so here's what I learned. I'll come out to you guys right now. I'm
Oh no.
I'm not a huge reader. I know that's like the worst thing to say as a
That's so
writer,
funny because you totally
but
are though.
Right.
I'm a gamer. Well, I read more than normal people because, you
I'm
know,
not a huge reader. Reads like I don't know, probably like 15 books a month.
I don't
And
read as much as like Eddie or people like that do. Like
yeah,
I
but
know people who
I
read.
have phases where I read crazy because I'm the hunger has opened up for
And also
words.
I read really fast. So
Yeah.
not a lot of my
Do you
time is spent reading.
do you game fast though?
I do. Yeah, I speed run everything. But
You're
no,
a bro, you're a speed runner. Get
I
the fuck
feel
out of here.
I feel like I'm a guy who is much more influenced by video games, and I don't care who knows it. But yeah, that's my
And that's
primary
cool
source
though.
of
Like and it's
specifically
cool.
Japanese games. Like
What is your favorite aspect? What is the most, I'm trying to word this right. What have you taken from video games and put it into your writing that, I mean, you don't have to like,
that's
reveal
easy.
the sauce, but
It's just unhinged, unfettered
yeah, but you were doing that
creativity.
anyway.
Not well, kind of, but not real. I mean, like I was in the bizarro fiction movement,
Isn't that
which
not
was kind of like
literally
that.
what you just described though?
Yeah, kind of, but
Bizarro, I always felt like they were
When it
like,
is what it's
it,
supposed to be. Yeah.
yeah, like they were like
yeah.
doing shock value shit, but there's not a lot of like shit like, and I don't
I
know this.
like I like
I've never
the
read it, but I feel like they had like there would be titles like "Shark Stuck on Back" and "Woman Comes Rubs Belly and Kisses His Belly 8 times,"
Mhm.
and then they
Yeah,
fucking have a belly baby.
it's much more closer to like Dada. I like coherent but dissonant emotional
Yeah,
arcs
same.
that
I just gotta that we talked about this many times. Like we all like weird shit, but we also are like serious enough to make weird shit that like has a structure and like we're
yeah,
not because
it
I
has
low
to
key
for
think
me.
when people I don't know people can get really lazy when it comes to making like weird or out there art because you can just be like no that's not, you know what I mean like
You can
I
make
don't
Deadly
know
Premonition too, for example.
yeah
Um,
but I feel like man to make a video game even a bad one that just seems like so much hard work you know.
it is cool. It's like it's Deadly Premonition 2 is something that I like much more in theory than I like in execution. Right? If you were to tell me about the game, I would think it was the best game. I'd be like, so
What's
it's
funny
fucking
is
awesome.
opposite, bro. I would think it, and for years, I remember my friend Wyatt in ninth grade. He was like, "Bro, you gotta play this game. It's so crazy." And he showed me. I was like, "That looks terrible." And this
Was
is
it Deadly
not
Premonition 2?
one. Oh, you're talking about
One.
two? I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about one.
I was talking about two.
Yeah,
So like for me,
I love that it ripped off True Detective. Like that's really dope. But
yeah. But I think like what I love about specifically Miike's movies and Swery's games is the tonal shifts, right? Like in Deadly Premonition 1, what I think makes the game work so well is that you do have this kind of mundane open world.
it is mundane. Yeah,
You're
parts of
helping
it.
George find a flower for his mom. You don't know that his mom is already dead and in the
Turned
basement,
into a tree.
turned into a tree. Yeah,
Psycho shit. Ooh.
right. But like you have this mundanity, and then it shifts registers very quickly and becomes hyper dramatic, hyper soap. I like everything cranked up to 11 and then smushed together. But
I
those
love
are
that though.
those are emotional registers, not like the surface level weird like, oh, a talking penis walks into a bar and then explodes into confetti. That does nothing for me. Like that means nothing. Deadly Premonition, by the time you get to the end of it and you realize like York's slash Zach's backstory is revealed to you, and York goes on to live with Emily in the other world, and Zach stays behind. like you'll cry.
I
It's
cry.
actually sad. It's very
Yeah,
sad.
no,
Like,
it's what's funny about it is like well written.
yeah,
It's very unique. It really has like it's been very inspiring to me, like creative. You know what I'm saying? Like
it gets me
it
going, dude. Like when I
yeah,
play these
same.
games, I want to go write. When I read books,
I
I don't feel like
what
writing.
when I
What
play
is
these
that?
games, what?
What is like when I can read a book and really enjoy it, except
Yeah,
I did just read Battle
bro,
Royale and I love that. And it did make me
because
want to
that's your
write.
medium, bro. That's like what you know what I mean.
I
You
might
know
just be
you.
Japanese. That might be what it is.
Wait, let me
I
see.
think I'm
Open your
turning.
mouth.
What's that?
Open your mouth.
We'll end this right here and now. No, I'm just kidding.
But like
But
If
I'll read a really
tentacles
good
come out,
book. I'll
then
read a really good book. And even from people who I
you know,
like
this may be bad, but what I do with reading is I will often read things I do not like. I know I'm not gonna like from some of our contemporaries, some other shit, you know, random
yeah,
shit. Like I read the new not Jonathan Franzen, I get him mixed up. What's this fucking guy's name? He wrote
Helen DeWitt.
actually no, as soon as I
Colleen
say it,
Hoover,
no, it's a
Yeah.
guy. You're gonna know what I'm talking about.
Ben
Colleen
Lerner? Are you
Hoover.
talking about Ben
I'm not
Lerner?
talking about
Oh,
Ben Lerner. I'm talking
I
about
fucking can't
fuck.
stand that
What's his
guy's books.
name?
I hate those books so much.
I don't know
Like
who any of these
I'm gonna
people are.
find
I
it. I'm
don't
gonna find
read.
it.
they bore the shit out of me. But no, but my just real quick, like I can read a book in like a book by an American and enjoy it and like it. Like um Frank Kidd is a writer I found on Substack and I bought his book
Oh,
once upon a time.
Jonathan Lethem, Jonathan
Oh yeah,
Latham.
let them. But
He's like I'll get into it
I
later.
bought this guy's book once upon a time in Argentina and it's fantastic. It's like really good. But it doesn't make me want to like go make something. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I'm like,
cause you're so ingrained with books, bro. You're like
but
you
then
know.
I'll
I think what it is you know you're already like on top of your shit with writing. So another
yeah,
writer isn't gonna stimulate like that. You know what I'm saying?
sure. Yeah, I can
Like,
see that.
and that's kind of
Yeah.
how I feel with music and shit. Like my favorite musicians are my friends, and my favorite writers are my friends. Like you guys, all three of you. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
feel like, and that's awesome. Like that's real. And I'm not saying that just to be like these are like I genuinely believe that. Like some of my
It
favorite
goes back
writers.
to what we were talking about earlier, right? In that like the weird kid conversation of
Yeah.
like when we were weird kids, we looked for these things
And
that
it
were
goes to other
different
people too.
because we were different. And now that we've kind of gotten complacent's the wrong word, but comfortable with writing, there's not much that's exciting about it anymore. It's kind of like I figured out how to do it. Like I can write a
But you
sentence
gotta
and
make it
it's
exciting because low key I've been
with
kind of
video
struggling
games,
with yeah. And but what else is there? Like you know you go
pornography.
like yeah, and golf holing when you go to the
Yeah.
golf course and you shrink your body and you get into the hole.
I love that. And then you just stand there with your mouth open like a baby bird
Oh,
waiting
they
for the
do not
golf
let you
ball.
open your mouth at the golf course, bro. You should know that. I sent you the PDF this morning.
But yeah,
Nah,
it's
I'm just playing.
yeah.
I think, can I interject?
Sure. Yeah,
Yes,
of
you don't
course.
have to
I
ask.
I think sometimes when I'm reading, it can feel too much like dissection.
What do you
And
mean by that?
like
Like looking for stuff?
yeah, definitely looking for stuff and approaching it in a way like I won't turn off my editor mind when I'm reading for fun, or I'm
True.
reading for fun and I'm always wondering how I can apply that to what I'm working on. And it's very hard for me to separate my reading from a sense of work, so it's hard to have these explosive, meaningful encounters with
Interesting.
literature in the way it was when I was like just getting going writing, or shortly before that, reading just to read to see if I wanted to write. And I think like I would love to make a video game. But when I play video games, I understand that there's like so many moving parts that just like I'm not thinking about what it would be like if I did that, that I can get back into that sense of pure experience.
Yes, totally.
Or like if you listen to your favorite album too many times, you forget what it sounds like to listen to your favorite album. And when you're like working on music, it's like, well, is this a bass line I want to replicate? Is this a drum pattern I want to like riff on? And I'm listening to like Mezzanine for the first time in a long time, the 100th time in my life, but I'm thinking actively about how it doesn't feel like when I listen to Mezzanine in college or whatever. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're working in that medium, I feel like that work mindset just comes everywhere. And video gaming obliterates that. Like to me, video
It
gaming
really does.
does feel like sin. It is pure experience. It is total immersion. I get absolutely lost in it. And like Suda 51 makes me want to try. Swery makes me want to try. These guys are like off the wall, knowing full well that people probably are not going to respect what they do. I think that's why it's easy for me to be like, yes, these video games did totally transform my whole fucking life. And I want a
Mm.
25th ward tattoo right by my Moby Dick tattoo.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fucking
damn.
sick.
You speak very beautifully. Has
And
anybody ever told you that?
that's very sweet of you. Once or twice,
I
maybe.
I
It's
agree.
it's it's true. Like you speak in fully formed thoughts, which is not normal for this show. Um, no, I like that a lot. I
What you
think
talking
that
about, Willis?
yeah, yeah. Um, but I do 100% agree with that, and I think that that is why video games are so, and also kind of why I don't want to ever write a video game because I've been learning how video games are made, and it's fun. It's my particular focus right now, so it's all very interesting to me. But yeah, these guys, it's almost like
It's not
making something that you know is going to be like very
chopped
mixed.
up and
So
changed. Yeah.
Deadly Premonition has the record for the most split critical reviews of any game that's ever been made. Like there are the most high reviews and the most extremely low reviews of any other game. And so it's kind of like when you think
Fascinating.
about pornographers who are making something that's like forbidden, it's almost like Swery is more of a pornographer than a pornographer because like when you make porn, you know that people are going to like it, and everybody who says they don't like it is just being a prude and doesn't want to admit that they like it. But these guys are actively making something that people are going to love but also actively dislike. And it feels more like an act of courage than making something that uh, doesn't fit with social mores, but you know everybody who watches it is watching it because they want to, and that they're
Yeah.
going to get what they need out of it. It's very interesting to make an artistic product that you're like, here's something that not that's for this group, and 50% of them are not going to get it. That's inspiring to me,
Mm.
at least.
You
And
guys
I'm also inspired by the pornographers too. Like the people who make commercial fiction, I have a great respect for that and their ability to do things with structure that I have trouble with. Um, but yeah, no, I also find them to be very inspiring figures.
I think Swery is like explicitly pornographically inclined with Deadly Premonition and the like sex dungeon and all the BDSM stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other thing, do you know Shuli Chang, that director?
Mm-mm.
She made a film called Fresh Kill. It's about these lesbians and they work at this like very strange sushi joint, one of them. And but she went a great film on its own. She went on to do like an art porno called Iku, IKU.
Okay.
You really got to check that out. It's because it's like wild out there avant-garde visual work. Controversial every time it's screened in theaters, very hard to get access to a full cut. And she went out of her way to make this like sci-fi porno about I think it's like these people are like they like subdue criminals by pleasuring them. Very classic concept. But
Mhm.
she made a porno that she knew was gonna like piss off the porn audience and piss off the regular film watching audience. Or also like
Yeah.
Cafe Flesh, if you've ever seen that, is about like sex negatives are there are people who vomit if they try to have sex and they're called sex negatives. So they go to be voyeurs to watch sex positives have sex on stage. It's called Cat
Mm.
Flesh. And the guy made it, and he's like, I got paid to make a porno, and the porn segments I made are like almost anti-sex, and you watch it, and you have this like brutal, uncomfortable confrontation with the porn you're watching, but it's also like that's a porn movie I'm gonna tell anybody about. And I'm like, yes, I was watching this porno flick, and you gotta. Like,
That's cool. That's cool. I tell people about that, about my Pornhub history. I'm like, dude, I saw there's this stepmom went nuts, dude. Like,
I thought you went nuts. Anyway, and you give them, I hear you've been giving out your Pornhub login, password, and email daily
yeah,
to
yeah, it
whoever
is.
can do the jumping riddle.
Yeah, it's my username is Tickle Me Elmo.
Turning
And
Japanese 69 is the password
yeah.
Don't bring little Elmo into this.
with a one instead of an I.
I didn't bring Elmo into this. Elmo brought himself into the life when he loved getting tickled so
El
much.
Elmo was born into this.
It's hard out on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
On Sesame Street. All right, fellas, I gotta go. I
You
gotta
too.
get out of here. But it was
Oh
lovely
yeah.
talking to all of you.
Wait,
Gwen,
Kelby, oh wait, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Gwen, please come back and talk to us about as many things as you want to talk about because I
We're
really
gonna do
enjoyed talking to
Golden
you.
Boy.
But yeah, we
whenever
should do
you want to
Golden Boy
talk.
whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
Golden Boy
can I
and
recommend a potential guest?
of
Yeah.
course.
Sure.
Have you guys ever read Mike Klein's work?
Of course. Yeah,
You
yeah,
could really like go to the wall with Mike. But
yeah.
Golden Boy, Malice Doll, whatever you want to talk about, any weird shit you want to talk about,
Who's
I
Mike
would
Klein?
love to talk to you
He's
guys
a
He
all
had
about
writer?
a he
He's
had a book
Calvin
one
Klein's
time.
brother.
Yeah, yeah. Mike
They're
Klein,
strange.
he's black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He had a book with a car on it, I think, at one point.
Stanley Stubrick or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
obsessed with that technology, and he like is so interested in why you have it. Reminds me of like AFX 800 CD, like that. I'm forgetting the title of your book, Nick. Hey.
It's okay. I just say AFX because I honestly forget too.
So yeah, exactly. And he always puts every single number in the like serial number or the VIN number. And when you read the Mike Klein stuff, it feels like you really feel in the engine of
I,
the
w
plane, and you can feel the different engine of
I
the
can't
different
find anything by him. Do you have a title of the book? That's just such a common name, it
Can
seems.
Canley Stubrick.
Stanley Stubrick.
Canley. Oh, I see.
Kanleysc.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, and here, I'll put Gwen, can you put your
we
email
should
into the chat? Because I want to send you God's Fair No Better. I think you'll
Oh,
like it.
please, I would love it. I need to get myself a physical copy.
um
Yeah, but I'll just send you one. I'll send you Berserker Club too, and
we for the
I think
Golden
you'll
Boy
fuck with them.
episode, we should have Salem on too because she would definitely
Yes.
be down for
Of
that.
course. Yeah,
Watch
yeah.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm down for any Salems, any Gwens. Like these have been fantastic, so I'm
This is
excited
a
for
great
that.
episode, guys.
Yep, good shit. I'll see y'all later.
Thank you
Good
all.
night,
Easy.
You are
David.
wonderful. Have a
Thanks for
wonderful
coming,
night,
Gwen. This
guys.
was awesome.
Oh yeah.